Wi-Fi.
Yo, what is good, AFC East Roundtable? We are back yet again with another episode here on the channel. We are joined by the same four that you guys have grown accustomed to. You're looking forward to every Wednesday night. Dan Mitchell representing the Buffalo Bills, sitting at the top again 2 weeks in a row. The Bills are the only team to win in the AFC East. Very unfortunate for us three fellas. We got Master at work supporting the New England Patriots. And then we got TD Finstock representing the Miami Dolphins. And of course, you got myself, Richie, representing the New York Jets from Jets Media. So there's a lot of things we're going to get into in today's stream. The Buffalo Bills beating the Miami Dolphins, the New England Patriots having probably one of the worst NFL plays that anybody's ever seen, and then, of course, the New York Jets choking the game against the Detroit Lions in Zach Wilson's first start after he returns from his benching. So that being said, how's it going, fellas? Dan, how you feeling today? Sitting at the top, beating the Miami Dolphins. What's the vibes like?
Hey, man, listen, I just want to start this stream off with a fun fact for everybody. Josh Allen has won Player of the Week 10 times in his career, right? 10 times in his career. And guess how many times he has won that against the Miami Dolphins? So any guesses? 4. 4, baby. Listen, the Dolphin killer himself threw on a fucking masterclass. A masterclass on Saturday. I was there witnessing it myself. I am sky high right now. Feeling great. I've said it. Streams on streams. I said, you know what? I'm going to let my team do the talk. Because that's what's going to happen. But you know what? I'm here. I do want to pick a bone, though. Last couple of streams, we've had a huge issue with people not smashing the like button. Okay, so I just want to go on ahead and I just want to nip this in the butt right now. Right now, we have 305 people watching this show right now. Smash that like button. Let's get 300 right before we finish out these intros. Without further ado, smash it like it owes you money.
Please hit that like button, guys. It's a free way to support the channel. We really do appreciate that. TD, how you feeling today, my friend?
I'm living.
You're living. That's it.
He's hanging on thread.
All right.
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. My team's still making the playoffs for a revenge game, but we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it indeed. And Tyson, oh man, we got a lot to talk about with you. You have officially, first of all, I'm speaking from all Jets fans across the world. Thank you for pulling off the worst play in NFL history, so us Jets fans do not have to worry about the butt fumble living on for eternity, which will still be there, but it won't be at number one. The New England Patriots have took over that threshold with the Jakobi Meyers dime to Chandler Jones. So, Tyson, how you feeling after that? What's these last couple of days been like for you, my man?
Well, first of all, Mac Jones didn't have the angle. I mean, he did. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was in a state of shock and denial when it first happened. I kept having to DVR it to make sure that I saw what I saw. I'm to this day, bro, I don't know what the hell happened. Mac Jones got to go, bro. He's got to go. And for any Patriots fans that want to keep defending this bum, he has literally identical stats to one Cam Newton. Even worse stats than Cam Newton did in this 2020 season. And that alone should tell you how bad he is. He is the worst quarterback I've ever seen in my life as a Patriots fan in my life. I know there's been other ones way before him that were worse. But in my lifetime, it was bad. As far as the play goes, I really don't. Like I said, bro, I'm to this day, I'm speechless. Like, I'm looking at my phone I'm still getting mentions about the play. Like, it's depressing. And we should be out. We technically, after that play, I don't even want to make the playoffs. But I'm still holding out hope because we are still in it. We're still not in the basement just yet. But I think it's kind of karma. And I'm going to say why it's karma real quick before we move on. The Tuck rule happened 20 years ago against that Raiders team. The Tuck rule that launched a 2-decade dynasty was built on a fraud and one of the worst calls in NFL history. I would gladly look at that Tuck rule play and be like, I think it was an even trade. If the trade was to lose to a Raiders in a regular season game, which neither team will most likely won't make the playoffs, and then that for us to be the laughing stock for the rest of the season, I'll gladly take that trade, especially with the bad call that happened beforehand. But as far as Patriots fans go, we are angry. I really didn't think I would be that angry. I've never been that angry after a football game. I've mostly been sad after Super Bowl losses. But this one hit me a little bit hard. I was literally angry. I almost broke my TV. As a matter of fact, I've never been that close to actually just breaking a TV, but I was really this close to doing that. I still can't believe what happened, bro. But that's kind of where I am right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that play, it just those types of plays never happen in the NFL, and of course, you're gonna have to live with that for a while. But the New York Jets, we don't really have a lot of positive vibes either. We're on a 3-game losing streak of our own. We can't even beat the Detroit Lions. We had the game right there, and we fumble it, and we'll obviously break that game down a little bit more throughout the rest of the stream. But again, 2 weeks straight where Dan's sitting up there with a smile, and us three are down here with the frowns. All right, Dan. Enjoy it. Congrats on clinching the playoffs. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Buffalo Bills this, Buffalo Bills that. All right. Now, let's get into the stream, baby. V-Man with the $2 dono says, Richie sent you 2 enhanced clips of that lateral. Where'd you send me it, V-Man? I don't really see it. I don't know where you sent it to me. But V-Man,
let's not show that on this stream. I think that's NSFW.
Not safe for work.
Show that.
Uh-oh. They're coming out. They're coming out. The Raiders.
Wait, hold on, Richie. Before we get to where we need to go, I want to say this. Raiders fans, you have some nerve. Your friend, listen, bro, your team is 6-8. You're not making the playoffs because you got to jump a litany of other teams to even get to the playoffs. You still got Josh McDaniels, who you've been clamoring all season long to get fired. Don't hop in here talking crap. Unless that play that happened is going to launch you to a 2-decade dynasty, which is what happened in the Tuck Rule game. Raiders fans, they got nothing to say to me. You don't even know where your team is located at half the time. So don't talk to me, bro.
Oh, they're coming. They are coming to the AFC's Roundtable. Oh, my gosh. This is going to be a fun show. And we're just getting started, folks. Now let's get into the first segment of the show, which we all know is a proud sponsor of Mojo. So Mojo, again, is the sports stock market that you're able to download today. If you click the link down below in the description, you can download the app and you can invest in your favorite players across the NFL. You can bet on their downfall. You can bet on their rising. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do here on Mojo. Again, guys, if you're not familiar with what Mojo is, it's an opportunity for you to invest in players, offensive playmakers, and go out there for the long run and try to make some quick bucks. I've been having a lot of fun on this app. Everyone on the Roundtable has been having fun. So you guys, download the app today, and let's get into it and get into the Mojo report. We'll start off with the Buffalo Bills. And then I organized this where Josh Allen, we always have to have a quarterback, but I wanted to highlight Dawson Knox this week instead because we haven't really talked about him a lot. You were down on him in terms of production where the Bills don't utilize him. Well, you finally saw the Buffalo Bills utilize Dawson Knox. So what's your thoughts about him rising on the market right now?
See, my thing is that I'm skeptical about putting in any sort of significant investment. Not unless I'm that sort of person that wants to see gradual return, because I've seen behavior of Dorsey when it comes to Dawson Knox. He's boomer bust. He's been boomer bust for the longest time. Yes, I see to go on ahead and bet for him right in the future, but don't see him ever going up to $100, right? I have a feeling what we saw against the Dolphins where he was highly utilized, the game prior where he was somewhat utilized. I'm not seeing him be the main focal point of this offense throughout the remainder of the games of this year and into the playoffs. I think it's safe, but if you're going for absolute boomer bust sort of returns, not necessarily Josh Allen. I see him sort of having a similar style as well, maybe going up $1 or $2 and throughout the next couple of weeks. Biggest possible investment is James Cook. We'll get into that very soon, but I have a feeling that he's slowly but surely becoming our RB1 going into the playoffs. That is somebody on Mojo, simply just by hitting that QR code, seeing where he's at. That is a damn investment.
Mm-hmm. Now we got the Miami Dolphins who are coming off a loss to the Buffalo Bills. But, obviously there's no moral victories at this point in the season when you're in a playoff hunt and you lose your third straight game. But the Dolphins definitely played all the way down to the wire. They played the Bills tough, but Tua's still trending down a little bit. So, TD, what's your thoughts about Tua's performance and the overall report on the Mojo market right now?
Tua talking about lower man. Gosh, man, it just average at best. At the end of the day, this guy stock, it's gonna fluctuate. This is a volatile stock. It's gonna always go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down. But I don't see a consistent level of rise in the future. Jalen Waddle, on the other hand, like I said, you can always bet on his stock to go up. He's definitely worth his draft capital. Looks like he's going to be one of the top receivers in the league for years and years and years to come because of his skill set. And he's doing it all banged up. He's been banged up all season. This is the guy you want to invest in long term. I would definitely put my money behind Waddle to make you some money in the future. Outside of that, man, like I said, with Tua, don't put your money on it because you're just going to be looking at a volatile market going up and down and up and down.
Interesting. Good take. Objective take there. I'm sorry, Tyson, but I had to put Jakobi Meyers on this screen.
I want you to put him up there. I want you to put the culprit. I want you to put the culprit on there so we all can see these two bums. Both of them, Mac Jones and Jakobi Meyers. I'm telling you, man, I don't think we've had a week where neither one of these bums have been up. Look at this flat lining. I mean, they might as well just. I'm tired of it, bro. I can't do it no more with these. And I'm not going to put too much blame on Jakobi Meyers, but Mac Jones, bro, can you at least tackle? Can you at least learn how to tackle? If that was any other quarterback, I don't give a damn if it was Tua. Tua would have gave it, like, he gives everything for his team, bro. Why can't Mac Jones do the same and at least try to tackle Chandler Jones? I understand Chandler Jones is like 6'6", but bro, you're like 6'4". What are you doing just standing there? And I hope Mac Jones's whole Mojo stock crashes into the ground. He might not be on here for much longer because I believe this is his last year as a starting quarterback in the NFL. One gone. I'm done with him. Him and Jakobi Meyers, who also played quarterback apparently in college, who can't throw worth a lick. Just both of them. Just get them out of my sight. I can't look at them any longer.
Yeah, so if you're listening to Tyson, definitely don't forget that on Mojo you can short stocks. So invest on their downfall and you'll make some money. But the New York Jets, back-to-back weeks, they lose, but back-to-back weeks they are in the green. This week we got Zach Wilson and Garrett Wilson. And Garrett Wilson, by the way, is the most expensive rookie receiver on the market. He is probably going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. And don't forget that we also have the Defensive Rookie of the Year, potentially, and Sauce Gardner as well. Unfortunately, you cannot invest in defensive players on this Mojo market. Otherwise, I would be investing in Sauce. But Zach Wilson returned. And on the Roundtable last week, we didn't talk about Zach Wilson potentially returning because we all thought Mike White was the quarterback, myself included. And, on Friday, we found out that his ribs are fractured. And that kind of goes back to that Bills game. Holy crap. Mike White played the rest of that game against the Bills with fractured freaking ribs and almost tried to will his team back. Really showed you a lot about Mike White. But unfortunately for Mike White's sake of things, he was not able to go. So Zach Wilson, it's your turn, baby. He goes out there against the Detroit Lions and we're going to get deeper into Zach Wilson later on in the stream. But, my overall take on him, if you guys watch my content, you know where I stand. It's simple. Zach Wilson makes the hard stuff look easy, and he makes the easy stuff look hard. I mean, it's just really an interesting thing that Zach Wilson has where he makes these backyard elite level throws. I mean, remember that pro day throw that everyone was raving about? Well, it finally came to fruition in his touchdown to CJ Uzomah, throwing across his body 40 yards down the field. But then he still struggles to make the easy stuff from the pocket. So it's really about Zach Wilson to get it figured out mentally. And he has got a big test tomorrow night with the whole world watching, going up against a red-hot Trevor Lawrence. But Zach Wilson was not the reason why we lost that game Sunday. Sunday was an absolute team loss. He was part of the reason why they lost. It was the defense. It was the special teams. It was the coach's management. And we'll get into that, of course, when we recap the games. But Zach Wilson at $23.99, he's up 14%. That has a lot to do with him being announced a starter. And he did put up decent numbers. I mean, against the Detroit Lions, he did have a lot of explosive plays. He did have 300 yards. He did have 2 touchdowns and 1 interception with a low completion percentage. But at the same time, you can't just look at quarterback play based on stats. You got to look at the eyes, got to watch the film. And there's a lot of great throws he had. There's also a lot of bad throws he had. So Zach Wilson at $23, it's pretty cheap. It's very cheap for the quarterback standards. And if you're a believer in Zach, that he's a future quarterback, then you invest in him now. But if you don't think he's the future in this league, you stay away from Zach. But Garrett Wilson's the guy. Garrett Wilson is 10th in the NFL in receiving yards as a rookie.
He's him.
10th in the league as a freaking rookie. I mean, he's tied with Amon St. Brown. They are both tied for that 10th pick, that 10th overall spot. And it's pretty sensational because as a Jets fan, I've been waiting for a rookie wide receiver to become our franchise #1 receiver my entire life. The last time we had a 1,000-yard receiver was Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker back in 2015. And that tells you a lot. He broke Keyshawn Johnson's rookie record. He broke Wayne Corbett's rookie record. He is legit. He is now the official franchise #1 receiver for the New York Jets, and he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year for sure. So if you're going to invest in one of these two players, definitely go all in on Garrett Wilson because he's going to continuously rise. I don't think Garrett Wilson has been in the red once this season. He's just been slowly, steadily climbing upward. So again, guys, if you want to download the app, click the link down below in the description or simply scan the QR code on the screen today. We greatly, greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys supporting Mojo. So before we get into the recaps, we got some super chats to get into. So this is a Bills fan. So Dan, I'll let you read this.
Got it. It was great plays by Phillips with a strip sack. I was wondering how Allen would fare after getting his arm chopped. He was limited for the first time since getting back to full participant with his elbow. Go Bills. Yes, most definitely. We're going to get into that when it comes into the game reflections, but that play specifically, like as a battered Bills fan, I thought it was over. I thought the momentum was going to shift into the negative arena, but luckily it did not. But we'll get into that. Thank you so much, dude. Like, you have no idea how much that helps out our channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate
man. Thank
that.
you for the $20. It really does mean a lot to the channel, my friend. We got a $2 donation from Melissa. AFC runs through Buffalo. Oh, the Bills fans are out tonight.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Melissa.
Richie,
Yeah.
what's I have a question. What's Zach Wilson and Mike White's contract situation?
Mike White's an unrestricted
question.
free agent. So
Next season?
Yeah, he's an unrestricted free agent this season.
The Patriots starting quarterback.
I know who we got. Listen,
And Zach Wilson's under, he's on a rookie contract, so he's here with the Jets long term.
listen, bro. I might not too fond of the Jets, bro, but I like Mike White.
Do
I
not
like Mike
swear
White, bro.
if he goes to the Patriots, dude, I will freaking cry my eyes out. I love Mike White. And I said that Mike White, even if he's not the franchise quarterback for the Jets, he has to be our long-term backup because I don't think you guys know this, but in my entire life, the Jets have never had a quarterback play the entire season. No matter who the quarterback is, good or bad, they're either hurt or benched. So please, if he's not the starter next year, at least bring him back as the backup.
Yeah, but if he gets an offer from a team that wants him to be the starter, he's not going to stay a backup.
I know.
With the Jets.
I know. That's the scary part, bro. That's the scary part. Well, unfortunately for him in an individual perspective, it does stink that he has his opportunity. He's playing good ball, and then he has to fracture his ribs. And now it's Zach Wilson's time to prove to be the guy. But the jury's still out for both quarterbacks.
TD Bills talk. Did you just see that super chat that just came in? Hold on.
No.
It's on Twitter. Oh, my God.
V-Man,
All
I'll
right.
check the DMs now real quick. But we got another
Holy
one.
shit.
TD Bills
From
talk.
TD Bills talk. Dude.
Two's trash. Let's go Buffalo.
Then he got me in the Bills shirt.
Yo,
TD, you should have your channel, bro. Don't you have a TD Bills?
TD Bills talk. Dude.
You signed in
I
on your
think
channel,
that-
TD.
That's gotta be King Allen. That's gotta be King Allen. That's my gamble. Is the one that comes on right
I
there.
don't know, but he came to my
Audience
stream
show.
earlier. He came to my stream
TD
earlier.
Bills talk. Oh.
That's funny.
Somebody made a video on Twitter. I don't know. I think TD ended up getting it because I saw it on Twitter, and somebody made a nice little highlight reel of me, all my takes this week, completely just floundering, which is a good. I can't remember who did it, but if you did, send it to me. At it. It's a pretty good video. It's something that actually I would have posted to my channel. So next time, end up tagging me in the video that you make, which was really good. But it has all my little
Greg.
Twitter.
show that.
It was Greg who did it.
And
Greg?
V-Man, my apologies, but we can't show that video because it's for copyright reasons. We can't show
that's
the
why I
entire
couldn't
highlight.
bring a video on.
So we're not going to be able to show that video, V-Man, because it is basically the highlight of that Chandler Jones touchdown. But we
can't show that, yeah.
But we can show Master at Work's reactions.
You
And
got $100 super chat.
Holy shit.
Doug
Okay.
Finn Suck says, Dan, man, grow up, grow a pair. Enough with the ultra and douche flute. The Labate.
Douche flute. Labatt Blue and Marlboro. Listen, man,
Douche
I
flute.
had like while I was up in Buffalo this past weekend for the game, I had more Labatt more Labatt that could probably kill a small elephant. It was such a great time. And the Marbs, dude, I'll tell you what. Next stream, bro, like I'm just gonna be ripping them. Mad.
Hey.
Nice little pick Cowboy Killers.
$100 super chat. Are you joking me? One King Cat says Zach needs
Thank you.
an entire year to sit.
Dude.
Wow, what a take to say
That
$100.
You know he's serious if he's trying to.
Oh, he's serious, bro.
Zach Wilson.
he's like, yo.
Everyone in the
Hey.
chat say Dono hype for One King Cat. Dono hype for One King Cap in the chat, baby. $100 donation. Thank
He
you.
dropped
show
100.
him some
You-
love.
Hey,
Yo,
that's a Zachaneer.
Hey,
that's a Zach and Near. Zach needs to sit the
Gotta be, bro. $100. That's what's up, man. Salute to you.
dude. No. Wow.
I mean,
Holy
we
hell.
should.
I don't know if he's a
The
Zach
holiday.
Neer or a Zach hater.
Yeah, I mean,
Zach
Zach needs an
Hader.
entire year to sit. So he's basically saying,
Oh, I thought he was trying to give Zach time. Oh,
That could be it too. We don't
well,
know.
that could be it, that he needs time to relax. I mean, you know, if you think that he's going to fix all of his issues in 3 weeks, that's not going to happen. I mean, he could fix some
Yeah.
minor stuff, but the issues
wanna
that he's
know
been
what he
having that
meant.
led to his benching is, more
Hey, if
mechanical.
King Cat, just put it in the chat what you meant, and we'll highlight it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to send another
dude.
super chat.
Zach
Holy
needs an
hell,
entire year to
man.
sit. I mean, if he sits an entire year and he comes back as elite, sign me up. V-Man, I know, but for the rest of you, it's Looney Tunes. So basically, it's the Looney Tunes music to that play.
And so if anything,
You know the best example of that play was I saw the Waterboy clip
Yeah.
where Bobby Boucher. That one got me. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was Ghetto Gronk who posted it, bro.
Ghetto
It's
Gronk
hilarious.
Sergio, Bills are trash. Between snowballs and refs, we were doomed.
Oh, here come the
Oh.
excuses.
Here comes the
Yep,
Come the
snowballs.
excuses.
here they go.
Bro,
So you
I was
can't handle
sitting there watching
snowballs,
the
bro?
game, and I was like, wait a
Can't handle
second.
snowballs?
What's going on? Why are there snowballs? Like,
Yeah,
it
dude.
didn't, like,
Bills
hit me.
Mafia, baby.
It didn't hit me, and then they postponed the
Snowballs?
game or delay the game or whatever. I'm like, yo, what the heck is happening? Like, that was hysterical.
Oh my god! Like, it's you gotta
They
love Bills
cheat.
Mafia, right? Hey, bro.
So Dan, you
And so
condone
like, you
cheating?
put us, bro. Listen, man. Like that team laughed at us when they put us in like the sideline with like sunlight 120 degrees. 15 of our guys were down, needing like 6 IVs. Be like, oh man, what are the excuses? Like y'all complaining about snowballs, son?
I was
Snowballs, son?
hoping
my
that
toddler
one of the
niece doesn't
snowballs-
even. That's what I'm
I was hoping that one of the snowballs, like the last
Yeah.
game, like the last play of the game, that it would have like hit the ball and changed the trajectory of like a game-winning field goal.
That
You know what I
would've been
mean?
Funny. I mean, not for us. Like, not for us. But no. Let me digress. Listen, okay? Like, you cannot complain about snowballs when half of my team was down on their knees suffering from dehydration and needing like IVs to continue. Snowballs, bro. My 4-year-old niece gets pelted with snowballs all the time, and she's not complaining. Okay.
Tua played pretty damn well in those conditions,
Yeah.
I will say.
He did.
As much as
He
I
did
hate on
play
him,
well.
he did play
And so
very
I gotta
well.
give him, and so I got to give him credit. He was fine. And honestly, I don't even really think that the snowballs affected their play at all. It was just an annoyance, right?
They just
Just
changed.
like,
They
listen,
throw
didn't
those
they like
fans,
they
no
paused the
excuse
game
for
because of
three.
it too.
And then couldn't have a game-winning drive and now make excuses.
Yo, I like Alyssa. I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's another super
She's
chat.
the best.
We
Yeah.
The most Dolphins fans I didn't really hear make that excuse, to be honest with you. And I follow all of them, so
That's so
I
funny.
didn't really hear much of an excuse from Dolphins fans.
The snowballs.
honest.
All right, so let's get into the recaps. Which game should we start with? I think we'll finish
Man,
off.
I want to
with
get
the-
off with my game.
Yeah, we'll
I
start off with yours,
I
guys.
need to get it off the chest, bro.
Do it.
Floor is
Listen,
yours, my
man.
friend.
I still don't know where to even begin, to be honest with you. It was. Listen, I know we got robbed on the touchdown, that was thrown by Derek Carr at the end of the game, but that still doesn't make no excuse what happened at the end of the game. We already saw what happened. I don't really need to dive into the play because it was the dumbest play I've ever seen in my life. As a Patriots fan, it was one of the worst plays I've ever seen by any team. We are no longer, and I've said this week after week, you can no longer look at the Patriots as the Patriots of the last 2 decades. You just can't do that no more. We are just like every other these clown franchises, like the Raiders, like the Browns, like all these other franchises that do dumb shit. We do dumb shit too. So you can't look at us and put us on a pedestal anymore because we're no longer that franchise. And the Jets too. Like I said, you can no longer. Belichick is running a clown organization. There are rumors that he might step down, that he might go to the front office. There are even rumors that oh, wait a minute, we got to read this super chat.
Is that real?
Oh my gosh, Mutt Files, bro, my man. You guys remember him?
Are we sure that's not the Chiefs bank robber that got caught with all the money? You robbing banks, Muttville's?
This is a New York Jets fan, and he sent me a donation like this on draft night as well, bro. Dude, Muttville's my man. Thank you so freaking much.
Holy shit!
Merry Christmas, guys. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, bro.
I wanted the Jets win tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy your holiday weekend. Also, Richie's sauce is a Pro Bowl. Let's freaking go. TD Dolphins aren't making the playoffs. Dan, congrats on winning the division just to lose to the Chiefs. Master, welcome to the club on your team making dumb plays. Love you all.
Dude.
Hey, man, we really do appreciate it.
So I guarantee you that those are winnings from betting on the Bills. And the beat
that had to be. We got another $100 super chat too if you want to read that too.
Bro, thank you.
Dude.
I don't think we
Can somebody donate a Dolphins win?
Hey.
Hell no.
Dude, Muttville's.
Whoa,
big time. Appreciate you in the chat, man.
That's
2 Jets fans in a row.
Hold on.
This man donated
I gotta take a picture of this because I don't believe it. I don't even believe it, bro.
But hey, I gotta ask though. Like 400, like this is specific. $490.75. Like that's so specific, man.
Why was it so specific? What's the significance?
Because the Jets are gonna win. I don't know.
You can't make that out of it, Richie.
Is that the passer rating for Zach or
for the call-in show? Because he is a Patreon member. So can't wait to see you, my friend. That's a phenomenal donation. Can't even thank you enough, and we'll thank you again later on. Another quick one. Dua had 2 good passes. That's it. All right, Jill. We'll get into that when we break down the game a little more further. But we're gonna keep this donation on the screen just for a little longer because we thank you so much. But Tyson, you can continue.
Okay, so like I said, what I was saying was, man, I got caught me off guard right there, bro. Anyway, like I said, this organization is no longer the franchise that I've been rooting for. There are rumors that we should trade Belichick for a draft pick, and I'm thinking, who the hell would give up a first-round pick for Bill Belichick? He's 71 years old. He no longer has a pulse of the team. The team has completely abandoned him. The offense, he hired Joe Judge and Matt Patricia specifically to run the offense, and it looked horrible. Mac Jones was out there. He had, like I said, he has identical stats to that of Cam Newton. He had 7 touchdowns to 8 interceptions this season. 7 touchdowns this season, bro. Do you know how bad you have to be to put up that stat line? He's completing less than 60% of his passes, which is even worse. The team is in flux. You had Jakobi Meyers after he made the play crying, bro. Who the hell cries after a play like that? Like, I understand that you want to take you want to take pendants for the fuck up, but at the end of the day, bro, you're crying over a football game. Like, the locker room is done. The locker room is in disarray. Nobody trusts them. There's also rumors that the Patriots players don't want to play anymore. Like, Trent Brown even liked to tweet to bring back Tom Brady instead of and bench Mac Jones. That's the offensive line. You got your offensive line liking tweets that they should get rid of Mac Jones and bring back Tom Brady. Do you really trust if you're Mac Jones behind that offensive line and you're looking at Trent Brown that he has your best interest? Hell no. The only thing good about the team right now is our defense and our running game. But even that's fraudulent because we haven't really dominated on defense against the actual quarterback. And you saw what happened at the end of the game. Even though it was out of bounds, you still gave up the touchdown with like 40 seconds left in the game. So that's a fraudulent thing. Kyle Douglas good. We made some good draft picks. But at the end of the day, bro, if this team doesn't make the playoffs, and I'm going to say this now, Belichick needs to go. I don't care about his Don Shula pursuit. I don't care about his stupid-ass Don Shula record that he's trying to break. Get the hell off our – listen, there needs to be a complete overhaul of the franchise. Robert Kraft needs to say something. Belichick needs to go. Patricia, and not only just Belichick need to go. Bring your little two little kids with you too. Steve Belichick looking like the damn the Unabomber. Take him with you, bro. We don't want any semblance of Belichick left in the franchise. I will forever be grateful for what Belichick has done for the franchise, putting us on a pinnacle of a dynasty. But I'm still right now, I'm just saying it was Belichick defensive genius, but it was more Brady than Belichick. But it's obviously he's gone to a Jerry Jones stage now. He's like Jerry Jones as like a coach. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have the pulse of the team. And that play signifies that we are one of the worst coach teams in the league. We have one of the worst special teams, another special teams blunder that happened on special teams play. Earlier when we got our pump blocked earlier in the game, that was on the special teams that led to a touchdown. So everything that people say about Belichick about he's a great coach, that's no longer the case. That he's a great GM, also no longer the case because you wasted about $300 million in cap space for free agents that never panned out over the past 3 years. You can no longer say he knows how to put this player in the right position to win because he didn't do it with Mac Jones and he hasn't done it with anybody else on the team. So what are we really doing here? I want a new coach. I want an actual GM, not a coach / GM because Belichick's the only coach in the league that still has the GM role. You can't do both. That was okay when you had Brady, when you could mask your deficiencies at the GM position, but you can no longer do that. This team needs a new coach, an actual GM, a new quarterback, a new scout person. It needs to be overhauled completely. And if that's the case, if we have to do that, and it's going to take us 3 to 4 years to get back to where we actually need to be, then I'm okay with that. But I don't want any Belichick tree leaves left over either. I don't want none of his assistant coaches that he used to hire on the team. I don't want nothing. I don't want a sniff of Belichick on this roster and on this franchise any longer. I don't want him up in the front office making moves. I want him retired. I want him gone. That's if we don't make the playoffs. But other than that, man, I really got nothing to say. It's really come to this point. And as far as Mac Jones goes, there are also whisperings that Zappy might start. I'm being honest with you. I'm not making this up. You can look on Twitter. You can find your own sources. But from the Patriots beat writers, they are also done with Mac Jones because he is horrendous. If you look at his first half, it was awful. He's yelling at coaches, yelling at his own players. Like there was a play where we scored a touchdown, but then Belichick ended up calling the damn timeout before the play even started. And then on the very next play, we had a false start. And on the very next, we are the worst offense in the league, bro. Like you can't. And I understand that everything, he doesn't have an offensive coordinator. His offensive line's not the best. He doesn't have the best weapons. But at the end of the day, at least act like a starting quarterback. You don't see any of these other trash quarterbacks doing what Mac Jones is doing on the sidelines, and he needs to go too. So if we have to lose the rest of the games for there to be a change, because what are we really talking about here before I end it? What? Let's say we sneak into the playoffs, right? Let's say we do that as a 7th seed. Guess who we get to play? The Buffalo Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs. Does anybody in their right mind think that we actually have a chance to get out of the wildcard round if we somehow sneak into the playoffs? Hell no. I'd rather miss the playoffs than make the playoffs at this point as a fan. And if that's what it takes to finally get Belichick's attention, to make some moves or get the hell out of New England, then that's just what it's going to have to take. That's all I got to say. Sorry, that was a little bit too long, but it had to be said.
Nah, man, let it all out. This is what the AFC's Roundtable is all about, baby. Very interesting stuff there from Tyson. So before we get into the Dolphins and Bills recap, we're going to hear from myself about the New York Jets game against the Detroit Lions. It still stings, man. It really does sting. Jets fans, it really hurts. We started the season off 7-4, and now we're sitting at 7-7. And, we had a chance to be in the playoffs right now. If we beat the Lions, we'd be the 7th seed, and we'd have a big chance to make the playoffs. And for anybody wondering, are the Jets out of the playoffs? Like, is it completely out of the conversation? It's definitely not likely, but here is the path for the Jets to make the playoffs. The Jets must win all 3 games, which starts with tomorrow night, obviously. And they also need help. If they win all 3 games, the Patriots have to lose at least 1, or the Chargers have to lose at least 1 of their AFC opponents, which is Indianapolis or Denver. So that's really the only way the Jets make the playoffs, is if they win out and the Patriots lose 1, or if the Jets win 2 and the Patriots lose 2. That's a win 2, right? That's really the path to the playoffs. But when it comes to the Jets game against the Detroit Lions, Zach Wilson's return, and, we had the game won in the fourth quarter. The offense finally comes through in the fourth quarter to give us the lead. And we got our defense, who has been playing great all game long. They have not given up a touchdown to this point. They've held the Lions to 6 points, and they've given up a punt return for a touchdown. So the score is 17-13 in the fourth quarter. And we're holding a Lions offense who has been red hot all season long to low points. But then on 4th and freaking inches, this defense fully commits on the quarterback sneak. And this is where you just got to tip your cap to the Lions, because all they've shown all throughout the season on film is when they're in a 4th and inches or 3rd and inches, they do that exact formation. They do the same thing every time, which is a quarterback sneak. So the Jets obviously did a lot of film study. They saw the formation, and they went all in to defend that quarterback sneak that they thought was going to happen, because, that's a big play. If they get a turnover on downs, the Jets could have won that game. But instead, the Lions had a great play call, play action, bootleg. They had a man in motion right. They call a snap, and then the tight end leaks out. It's man coverage, and the linebacker completely committed on that play action, and he's freed up for the wide open play, and then he runs 50 yards down to the touchdown. At that point, it's just like, wow, I felt like the Jets had the game right there. They fumbled it, and the Jets have a chance to go back and win the game. All 3 timeouts, a minute and 50 seconds to go. Zach Wilson has his chance. Like, all right, Zach, you got benched. This is your chance to be the hero. Win the Jets fans over. And Zach Wilson, on that last drive, he had a lot of bad mistakes. He also had a lot of throws where you're just like, wow, Zach Wilson definitely has something special within him. He takes a sack, and then on 3rd and 19, he has probably the best throw of the game, where he just steps into his throw, delivers a seed to Garrett Wilson for a 30-yard dime for the first down. And then on 4th and 19, they have to make something happen. Zach Wilson scrambles. He makes something happen. He throws it across his body, gives the Jets an opportunity to tie the game to force overtime, a 58-yard attempt. And, of course, our kicker completely shanks it to make the Jets lose that game. But if you want to talk about this game in terms of a Zach Wilson perspective, he really proved to me that there is something special in his game. And the reality is, I said it earlier when we talked about Mojo. He makes the easy stuff look hard, and he makes the hard stuff look easy. I mean, if you look up his highlights and just look at all the good from that game, you come away thinking like, holy crap, this kid is like amazing. But then you go look at the lowlights and you watch the film and you see the stuff that he's missing. And it's like, how can he make, those crazy off balance, deep bomb like level throws where like not a lot of quarterbacks can do the stuff that he can do, but then he goes in the pocket and he gets a little frantic. He can't hit a simple swing pass. He cannot read a defense and, deliver it over the middle. He takes sacks too much. He can't scan the defense properly. So when it comes to Zach Wilson, it's really up to the Jets as an organization for the long run. Do they really want to commit to this kid long-term? Because there's no denying that he has something special, but there's also no confirmation that he can figure it out and become that utmost potential quarterback, because, he has the arm talent, he has the throw power, he has the athleticism, he has the mobility, but he doesn't have, what Jets fans have grown to love from Mike White, the ability to stay within the pocket, develop, go through your reads consistently, your number 1, number 2, number 3 reads, being able to all scan a defense properly, lower half mechanics, what NFL quarterbacks are supposed to do, right? So you think as a fan of the league, is what Zach Wilson doing sustainable? Is a backyard style quarterback play that can make the home run, ball? I mean, if anybody watches baseball, he's kind of like that, that slugger that, bats for 220, but gets you like 30 home runs, right? He's a swing and miss, and he's a guy that swings for the fences all the time. So it's really up to Zach Wilson to figure out how to, manipulate the pocket better, use your fundamentals, and get that arm connected with your legs and, more importantly, your mind. So I'm really curious to see what happens tomorrow night. Of course, Zach Wilson with the world watching against the first overall pick in the draft, who is playing out of his mind, and Trevor Lawrence. So that's going to be a fun game tomorrow night. But Zach Wilson aside, man, Robert Saleh, he had a big time mistake with the clock management. Should have called a timeout. He overthought it. He tried to avoid, the New York to challenge the play and look at a spot. So he tried to rush the snap up. If you guys watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. And Robert Saleh fumbled that. Should have called a timeout, but he didn't. So this is a team loss. This was not on Zach Wilson. It was not all on Saleh. It wasn't all on the defense. The special teams messed up. The defense messed up. The offense messed up, and the head coach messed up. And it's unfortunate that it was a team loss, and it's up to the Jets to really get their ass together, because the only way this Jets team has a chance for the playoffs is by winning out. And that's obviously going to take a lot after losing 3 straight games that we've been in, every single one late in the fourth quarter. And that's what's so frustrating about this, as a Jets fan perspective. These last 3 games, it's like we're not getting blown out. We don't look like a bad football team. We're playing good every game. But when it gets to that last fourth quarter, a couple of minutes to go, we just cannot figure out how to pull off those victories, because something just doesn't really go our way. And it's leaving a salty taste in our Jets fans' mouths, because we know how close we are to potentially making the playoffs and taking away that long playoff drought that we've been so, thinking about it. 2010 was the last time. So, it's going to take a lot for the Jets, and it starts tomorrow night. And that's really my thoughts about the Detroit Lions. But I also want to give, kudos and respect to the Lions, because they're playing great football, and their offensive line is legit. And we also saw how freaking important Quinnen Williams is to this freaking defense, because Quinnen Williams missed his first game of the season, and we had no sacks. We were not able to get to Jared Goff. Their offensive line is fantastic, but it's really inexcusable for this D-line to not be able to generate pressure on Jared Goff, and it's really unfortunate. And I just got to make a quick shout-out. Sauce Gardner is a Pro Bowler. Shout out the rookie for being an AFC cornerback Pro Bowler in his first season in the NFL. Quinnen Williams is also a Pro Bowler, as well as our special teams ace, Justin Hardy, and CJ Mosley. So they just announced the Pro Bowl, guys, just in case you were wondering. Tua Tagovailoa did not make it. I'm sorry, Dolphins fans. But
why you in our business, Richie? Why you in our business?
Wait, he didn't make it?
I see people in the chat freaking out about it, so I had to bring it up.
Richie, did he make it, or did he?
He didn't make it. He's an alternate.
And so is Mahomes, Allen, and Joe Burrow.
Mahomes, Allen, Burrow.
Fair enough.
Wait. So you mean to tell me all the votes that the Dolphins fans accumulated on Twitter didn't work, TD?
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that to me. I told him. The coaches got to vote too. And the coaches said, hell no, he don't want to read.
That's crazy.
And so I feel like
he literally was the number one voter out of anybody.
He got more votes. Listen, you got to understand how bad that is. You got more votes than every player in the NFL by far, and still didn't get selected. The coaches, that means the NFL coaches, in the NFL coaches' mind, oh, heck no. And these coaches know, and that's what I be trying to tell Dolphin fans. But we're gonna go live after the roundtable about this.
Oh, did this just happen? Because I'm on Twitter.
Yeah, it just happened.
It just happened.
Happened.
I'm gonna be busy tonight on Twitter.
Our whole team alternates pretty much. Waddle everyone.
I'm about to be active on Twitter.
I'm salty about one of your players making the Pro Bowl over one of our players, though, TD.
Bro, Mac Jones.
You talking about Xavier Howard? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. I don't know what the heck going on.
How did he make it? I mean, Xavier Howard was a great corner, but I don't like.
Well,
correct me if I'm wrong. Is he playing Pro Bowl caliber right now?
He's playing trash right now. Let me get that straight. But this is why, Richie. Dolphin fans voted him high. You know that, right?
Yo.
And there's not many great corners. So he's going to get some coaches' votes, and that got him over the top.
DJ Reed deserves it, man.
Y'all didn't do y'all part voting. That's why.
And Dolphins fans are going off on Twitter right now. VBS is crying.
Yo, listen, TD. All right, listen, and so to TD and all Dolphins fans, don't worry. He's going to be at the Pro Bowl this year, because I see he's the first alternate, because Josh Allen's going to be in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, you're going to see him in the Pro Bowl this year. So don't be upset. It's good to go.
He'll be in the playoffs too. He'll decline it then.
Wow. So let's do this. We have a lot of super chats to get to.
Yeah.
So first, do you want to do that, or do you want to do your recap of the Bills Dolphins game first, and then we'll get into these super chats and then the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, let's go through the super chats since it seems like everyone's so generous today. I have a feeling that.
All right. Well, Jill says Tua had 2 good passes. That's it. We're gonna get into that game just after we get through these super chats. Pats can't cheat anymore now. They are just trash.
We might have to bring it back, Black Dolphin. Listen, bro. If the Patriots want to win again, we got to bring back the spy cameras. I've been saying this for years.
Start cheating again, baby.
How did Xavier Howard make the Pro Bowl? Makes no sense. DJ Reed should have made it.
It's a popularity. Yeah. It's a popularity contest.
Snub.
It's a popularity contest.
Jason says, I think Belichick is still a great coach, but because of his GM skills, he now has F players he coaches to play at a C level instead of C players coached to A, like in the Dynasty. That roster is trash.
Got it.
What's your thoughts?
Wait,
on that,
Belichick is a great coach. No, he's no longer a great coach either. Because if he was a great coach, then he would have told. Then he would have, before that play happened, he would have told if anything lateral happens, just get it out of bounds. He's not a great coach any longer. He's trash.
I just spoke to Tua, and he said all he wants for Christmas is for TD to accept him. I told him he better change his last name to Herbert.
He better donate $500. I know that much. Then we can talk.
FH Dog with the 99 cents donation. Thank you, my friend. We appreciate that. I love watching the downfall of the Patriots. They will never be the same since Brady is gone. Love the AFC's roundtable. Keep it up, guys.
Thank you, Tiger.
They will never be the same since Brady's gone. Listen, let me address this real too, because I didn't address this. I understand and I agree with you, Tiger Steeler, that the Patriots are not anything without Tom Brady. But here's another fact. If that's the case, then that means the Dolphins need to do something with Tom Brady out the division. The Jets need to do something without Tom Brady in the division, and the Bills need to win the Super Bowl without Tom Brady in the division. It doesn't just fall on us. This is a chance. The 3-year window is a chance for everybody else in the AFC East to pounce on the Patriots' downfall, and y'all haven't done that up to this point. So,
speak that truth. Why did the Patriots chase away Tom Brady from Mac Jones?
We didn't chase away Tom Brady. Tom Brady wanted to leave on his own. We tried to bring Tom Brady back. Tom Brady went to Robert Kraft and said, no, he's not coming back because of Belichick. I wouldn't say we chased him away. I just felt like he needed a change. He needed to go down to Florida and prove that he could win without Belichick, which he did. And I will stand here and I will sit here until the day I die and say that Tom Brady made the right decision. Because at the end of the day, Tom Brady cemented his legacy as the greatest quarterback of all time. If Brady never left and the Patriots never ever had this downfall if Tom Brady would have, how did I say this? If Tom Brady would have stayed and we would have kept winning, what would have everybody in this division would have said about Brady? He can't win without Belichick. It's all Belichick. But now that he left and cemented his own legacy as the GOAT, now everybody on this roundtable can say it was Brady all along. So at the end of the day, Brady did it for himself, and I'm happy that he did that because 20 years from now, when I'm looking back on it, there will be no argument as to who the greatest quarterback of all time is. There is no more argument because Brady left. So as a Patriots fan, I'm happy he left. I'm still happy.
Sauce is a DPI merchant in Buffalo is 11-3. Hater. Sauce is the best, playing like the best corner in the league, and now the whole world. And I got to address this real quick. I find it hysterical and hilarious that the whole NFL world is just hating on Sauce because whenever the Jets get something good, the whole world's got to hate on it. And the whole world cannot let the Jets have some type of star talent, and they can't accept the fact that he's dominant. And guess what? What happened against the Detroit Lions? He didn't get targeted freaking once because now the game plan is don't throw his way because you're not getting completion, and that's what happens. And good players get away with DPI, and he's already getting away with it as a rookie. So I'll take that any day of the week. You do not build corners at that length and that size and that athletic ability. And he's going to be here for a long, long time. And go look at the track record against the wide receivers he went up against this season. It's not like he's just locking down bums.
Is he, Rich, I have a question. Do you think he could be better than Revis as a Jet?
Well, he's having a better rookie season than Revis did. So we will see because Darrelle Revis at his prime, though, as we all know, is one of, if not the greatest lockdown corner to ever live. So
Did
that's
he make
definitely
the Pro Bowl?
A what?
Yeah, he
Sauce
made
made the Pro
multiple
Bowl?
Pro Bowls.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
He made the Pro
deserves
Bowl.
it too. He's the best. To me, I'm gonna agree with you, Richie. I think Sauce right now, as looking at all the corners in the league, he's the best cornerback in the league as a rookie. That's insane to me. I don't think that's ever happened in the history of the NFL. I think Deion Sanders was kind of like that, but he was different too because he could return punts and stuff like that. He was a little different. But as far as right now, Sauce Gardner is the best corner in the league, and it's not even a debate.
I agree. And, like, you know, as a Jets fan, we've had the best corner in the league for my life with Darrelle Revis, so it feels good that we got our guy back. And you just don't build corners that way, like physically. Like, he is 6'4" with long arms that can just do everything you want as a cornerback position. So, feels good. Congratulations to Sauce Gardner playing that well. And let's go, baby. We appreciate the donation. Hey, Dan, thanks again for coming to the store.
Yo, no, yeah. Like, I mean, like, I wanted to get, and so I wanted to get into this right during my game recap. But I mean, honestly, it was so cool meeting so many of you, especially you, Dante. It was super cool seeing you over there. And so I swear to God, man, like, I mean, like when I was up there, I met so many of you guys that absolutely love this show. And the only thing that goes through my mind is like, yo, I'm just like some random guy that likes having a couple of beers and talking to my 3 friends about football, like with each and every single Wednesday. So like, I mean, it was so cool meeting all of you. And I am excited to go back up to Buffalo for the AFC Championship, so I can meet some more.
Better put insurance on them tickets.
Alyssa with another donation. Dolphins peak too early. You are the most pathetic franchise in NFL history.
Whoa, Alyssa!
Went all in with nothing to show for it. Maybe a wild card loss. Well, that's a really good transition into this Dolphins and Bills recap. I think we have 1 or 2 more super chats to get through before that. But Alyssa, we appreciate all the donations. Junior says, it's Dolphins. If Dolphins beat Bills on playoffs, will you still get the logo tattoo? Dan, also Dolphins are winning the Super Bowl. You won't see him in the Pro Bowl.
Oh, yeah, by the way. And so I did want to shout out, my ass is officially clean, baby. My ass is officially clean. Season. And so I'm not making that same bet next season.
Damn it, you got to double down.
No. No.
You're sweating it too much.
And so I regretted that bet when I said it, and like by the grace of the football gods, I was spared.
That's so funny. Come on, Dolphins or Jets. Damn it. Kyle, Bengals are going to finish off those Patriots this weekend, then beat Dan's Bills on Monday Night Football, going for that AFC East sweep. Keep up the entertainment, boys. AFC East Roundtable, great show. So we got a nice Bengals fan tuning in. Thank you, Kyle. I'm still salty about that Week 3 matchup against you guys, against Joe Flacco. You beat. And by the way, let me talk to a Bengals fan real quick. The New York Jets defense has not given up 300 yards once this season, and Joe Burrow is actually the only quarterback to throw the most yards against us, which was 275 all the way back in Week 3. So that does tell you how insane this Jets defense has been against the pass, that nobody's even went over 275 yards on our defense. Burrow's the only one to do that all the way back in Week 3. Sauce does hold a lot. Overrated. Oh, I love this hate. Keep it coming. Overrated my ass. Go look at the freaking stats. Go look at the numbers. Hate all you want. Jealousy, my friend. Jealousy is a beautiful thing. And that's the final donation for now. All right. Well, thank you all for the donations. And let's get into cool. the Bills and Dolphins game.
So you want to go first, TD?
We played?
Oh,
we
man,
got one more.
Listen, we played.
I would rather see the Chiefs in the playoffs than the Dolphins, according to...
No. Hey, listen. Okay. Let me go first, and then I'll let Dan gloat, okay? Listen. The reality of the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills, it's simple. The Buffalo Bills are a better team than the Miami Dolphins right now, okay? They came, and at the end of the day, this game simply came down to who had the better quarterback. That's it. Okay. Nothing more, nothing less. I know there's a lot of elements to this game, but whenever it mattered most, it came down to who had the better quarterback. And that bum Josh Allen was better than Tua Tagovailoa in this game. And that's just the reality. Gosh. Anyway,
that really hurt. Can you just talk about how painful that was to say?
Oh my God.
You know what? I'm sick of it because
at night.
I'm sick of it because it's the truth. Okay. Josh Allen showed why
Say it.
Tua isn't even close to his level.
Yeah, baby. I love it.
They still ain't saying much, Dan. Now I'm just saying, but I mean, it's just the reality. I'm at war with our own fan base because we live in a state of delusion, like we're the only team that has players in the league. That's why after the roundtable, I got to go live on my own show to talk about how nobody got snubbed on the Miami Dolphins, and if anything, they were generous by even giving X a Pro Bowl nod. Because at the end of the day, Dolphin fans always think our best players are the only players in the league. And it's ridiculous. So when we played the Buffalo Bills, I have watched the All-22 film 3.5 times now, okay? And let me say this. This quote-unquote moral victory of, well, it was close, it doesn't exist like people think. Buffalo literally gave us every opportunity known to man to stay in that game. The freaking roughing the kicker. Thank you, Buffalo, for giving us a chance to do more, and we got a touchdown off of the roughing the kicker. Thank you, Buffalo. The Tyreek Hill blown coverage. That was the roughing the kicker drive. Thank you. The freaking sack fumble. We got that bum once. We got him, and we got a field goal off of it. Good job, Dolphins. But we forced them in the third and fourth quarter in that stretch to punt the ball 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 freaking times. And Dolphins need to stop looking at the glass half full and also understand it's also half empty. Even though our defense showed up and made them punt 4 or 5 times, they also didn't execute 4 or 5 times. They blew opportunities. And then on top of it, the touchdown to Waddle that was wide open in the middle of the field. They recognized it before it even happened. The linebacker yelling at the safety, and the safety not paying attention, talking about, we got a speed guy in slot 2. I need help. And the safety never saw it. That's why Waddle was wide open. At least, and they actually recognized it, but it was too late. So Buffalo was killing themselves to even make us relevant in that game. And people think that this is some kind of moral victory. No, it's not a moral victory. At the end of the day, it was no different from what Tyreek did on his own with a fumble recovery for a touchdown a week before and one nice pass. It was no different. We actually lost, and we didn't show up to play. Our running game actually showed up to play. If you want to beat Buffalo, run the ball. Well, obviously not. We still lost, right? Our running game literally put up almost 200 yards on the ground. And guess what? Our quarterback was just inaccurate all night. Everybody wants to talk about Tua Tagovailoa and 4 passes all night. 4 passes all night. What about the other 20? Nobody wants to talk about the other 20 and how bad his ball placement was pretty much the entire game. Well, we dropped 2 touchdowns. 4 plays. 4 passes. That's all y'all want to talk about. When at the end of the day, we didn't have to punt the ball as much as we did. 3 and out, 3rd down conversion, horrible. If his ball placement was better. Terrible ball placement. Well, they didn't call this pass interference. It would have never even been in question had the ball placement been right. It would have been a 1st down and no punt. I'm sick of it. We need better at the freaking quarterback position to compete against the best teams. And that's the reality. Now, we can go forward with Tua Tagovailoa and we can keep on winning 9, 10, 11 games every season and hope for a miracle. But until we get better ball placement and consistent play and look, all top quarterbacks this year, have any of them had a 3-game bad stretch like this? Has any quarterback had a 3-game? Now, everybody has bad games. Everybody has bad games here, there.
Brady's have a pretty bad season if we're talking about that.
And so I say Allen had like 2 in a row. Which
but we're talking about 3, and some could argue 4. He wasn't good in Houston.
So we're not counting Brady this season, huh?
Well, Brady, I mean, well, who's gonna count the senior citizen, man?
Yeah, he's like
I
he's
feel you.
45. I mean, how much longer?
Like,
can
you
he
know,
go?
Who's gonna count the senior citizen?
no, but still, it's just like, you know, who's gonna count him? You know, it's like, yeah, he can do what he want, and he's still gonna go to the playoffs. You know, so at the end of the day, I'm just sick of it, man. Our fan base, we want mediocrity. We want to get behind this guy who is actually a part of the reason that we're having a downfall. Josh Allen showed up in that game, and Josh Allen didn't have the greatest game. Josh Allen had some bad placement balls. Josh Allen missed opportunities in that game. Josh Allen had the sack fumble, but when it mattered most, Josh Allen was freaking good. God,
Elite,
dog.
elite. Say it, elite.
Clip
Say
that.
it, elite.
I can't. I just can't.
Oh,
Someone
my
clip what
God.
TD just said.
And that's that's my problem with it all. You need a quarterback who can keep up with the other quarterback. If your offensive line is great and theirs is great, if your run game's great, theirs is great. If your defense is bad and theirs is bad, or good and good, it's always going to come down to whose quarterback plays best. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Tua Tagovailoa is not a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Just because his QBR says it is. He's not. That's just the truth. Like, come on, man. We've seen these runs before. We've seen it with Tannehill in Tennessee his first year. We've seen it with Jared Goff before. People have these runs. Hell, Geno Smith was having this run. Now he every week starting to come back down to earth, just like Tua. Matter of fact, Tua's plummeting down to earth more than Geno Smith. So we've seen this crap before, and I'm tired of it. I want greatness in the discussion, man. Go ahead and gloat, Dan.
Geno Smith actually made the Pro Bowl, by the way.
Oh, Lord. Jeez. Well, I guess that makes my point true. Tua's plummeting more than Geno.
I love it.
All right,
you're
Dan, what were
muted.
your thoughts of that game?
Oh, that was it, bro. That's all I had.
Okay.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, first off, and like this is from like an objective standpoint, or even from like a subjective Bills fan standpoint, I thought that game, if like you were a Dolphins fan, I think that should be like a great with the trajectory of like optimism. Because like when was the last time that the Dolphins have ever gone up to Buffalo and like played like that much like of a competitive game, like going into it? Like, don't get me wrong, like the better team won that game and the better team lost the game in week 3. It's just really like how it all sorts of plays out. Like it's funny because I have a buddy named Brandon who is a diehard Dolphins fan, and he pointed out something that I feel like was the unsung hero of that game. And that just so happened to be Taron Johnson, our slot corner. That man ended up making 3 significant plays that really ended up changing the overall narrative, like rate of that game by itself. Like, yes, with Tua, he did blow out on like some like very massive opportunities. But at the same time, I feel like you also need to give credit right to the Buffalo Bills secondary, specifically within Taron Johnson and then also within Trey White, who, in my opinion, had his coming back party against the Dolphins on that Saturday night by itself. There was definitely some frustrations in that game. I'm not going to lie to you. Like those like 4 to 5 straight punts. Like, for the love of God, man, I wanted the Buffalo Bills to execute going into the third quarter. But for some reason, our team can't put together a full game. There's always like a lull that goes into it where our offense just becomes like stagnant and just cannot make a play when they need to. So I feel like a lot of respect needs to go right to our defense and our secondary in general, because we made a lot of plays and they even ended up bailing out our offense for some of the mistakes that they made, right? Specifically with that strip fumble and then also that so with the roughing the kicker as well. So there was certainly a lot of things that had my anxiety and blood pressure through the roof. Like that entire third quarter, man, right before Josh Allen ended up like literally busting off like that 40, 50-yard run, I was literally sitting in Buffalo, like in my person, like just being like, oh man, like that Dolphins tattoo is going on my ass tonight. It's over. I'm going to need to go on the AFC's roundtable on Wednesday and just hear TD like rub it in my face that they won. But really overall, I love Josh Allen's performance. Honestly, with 4 touchdowns, really being the guy to put that offense on his back, he definitely ended up showing up the way that I was expecting him to. This entire middle of the season, this wasn't just Dolphins fans or Jets fans or Patriots fans rubbing it in my face saying, oh yeah, the Bills are done. The Bills are done. The Bills are done. And I would calmly look into the camera and say, this is an annual thing. The Buffalo Bills go through a mid-season lull, but just wait until December. And now I feel like that our team is slowly but surely starting to get to that point where we're finally getting comfortable with that new play calling style from Ken Dorsey, making that transition from Brian Dable, and literally finally starting to get comfortable and execute on what our offense can finally do. Loved seeing Dawson Knox involved, especially with Morris. So he ended up getting his first touchdown catch as well. Finally, we ended up utilizing Nyheim Hines. I mean, honestly, I wish that he would have got that touchdown last week when I did put a bet down for him getting the first touchdown against the New York Jets. But really, overall, man, it was a huge, huge win. And right now, there's so much for us to look forward to. We're sitting up at that top spot in the playoff seed, number 1, and then we're sitting at the division. But the job is not done yet. But I want to see that momentum from this past week against the Dolphins consistently throughout the remainder of the season. Now, when it comes down to it, as long as we cannot choke and we keep that momentum, there's no question in my mind that we're going to be raising the Lombardi and bringing it to Western New York.
Oh, here we go.
January.
Not
Listen,
happening.
man, I love it, dude. I love it. And listen, honestly, I'm glad that Josh Allen made the Pro Bowl, but as far as MVP, I don't care about that. Literally, I'm fully aware of the MVP curse. If you win MVP, you're not winning the Super Bowl. So, I mean, please just give it to Mahomes.
Last quarterback to do that was Kurt Warner in 1999.
It's been a long time. It's the MVP curse. Don't give it to Josh Allen. I don't want him to get it. Okay?
Is it a curse if the Jets win the offensive rookie of the year and the defensive rookie of the year? Is that a curse?
I don't think so.
Okay, y'all might. Yeah, y'all might win it.
Who's offensive rookie of the year?
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Is he really up there like that?
Yeah, he's a Pro Bowl alternate as well.
I'm trying to think of another offensive rookie this season that's been.
I mean, it would have been Breece Hall if he didn't get hurt. So
yeah,
it would have been Breece Hall, most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, there's Kenneth Walker for the Seahawks was kind of the front runner, and then he got hurt and kind of not playing as well. Dameon Pierce was great for the Texans, but he kind of fell off. And Garrett Wilson has been consistently dominating every week. So, but yeah, Dan, TD, great game. I enjoyed that game. Tyson, do you have anything to add on the Dolphins-Bills matchup?
Yeah, a little bit. Listen, I actually was pleasantly surprised at how well Tua played in that game. I was actually really surprised. Listen, bro, I understand he didn't make the Pro Bowl, man, but he showed out in that especially in that first half.
Well.
He played very well. I think given the conditions, the pressure that was on him, he was actually pretty poised. Even the last drive when it was starting to blizzard and snow a lot, I think there were 2 throws that I saw. I think they were just accurate as hell. You can't really ask Tua to do much more than that. I think what screwed the Dolphins in this game was their running attack. And the reason I don't understand to the life of me why McDaniels didn't run the ball in that fourth quarter, because they were averaging 8 yards a clip with Raheem Mostert, and they were literally averaging 8 yards a clip. I don't understand what in the hell McDaniels was thinking in that second half, and especially that fourth quarter, why they weren't running the ball, because they could have iced that game. I think it was 3rd and 1. They decided not to run the ball at the 15-yard line. It was ridiculous to me. But, I think Tua played actually very well given the circumstances that was surrounding him. The Dolphins played really well, but at the end of the day, you have to win those games if you want to be considered contenders. If you want to be taken seriously by the national media, and if Tua wants to get this monkey off his back by actually proving that he can win December games late in the season, you have to go out and win those games. End of story. There's no excuses. Right now, the Dolphins are 0-3 in the month of December. This is another game where Tua just couldn't close the deal. I don't care how great he played. The defense, as far as the Dolphins defense goes, I don't understand why Dolphins fans are getting so upset at the defense. You guys have known this entire season of defense, especially with all the injuries you guys have, that the Dolphins defense isn't that good. And you can't really blame Boyer, because what is he supposed to do? Like, at the end of the day, you're as good as your personnel on the field. He can't make some of these players look like Pro Bowlers on the field on the defense side of the ball. The Dolphins defense have actually stopped the Bills a couple times in that game, where your offense just couldn't capitalize off of it. So I think your defense played as good as they're going to be. At the end of the day, the Dolphin season is going to come down to not the defense, but can your offense score more points than the teams you're facing. So you can't really blame and rely on a defense that's pretty much bottom 20 in the league right now and giving up, I think, 24 points a game or something like that. You can't really blame the defense
28.
when they haven't shown that all season long. So you put all your eggs in the basket of the offense. You have all your money tied up in the offense. The only thing about the defense where I don't understand is where the hell is Bradley Chubb. I think that's the one thing that you guys messed up on, was giving him that money and trading for him, because
is he playing good, TD?
We'll see him in the playoffs, man.
What I'm saying is Bradley Chubb has been absent, and for somebody to get that type of money.
Yeah, I think we overpaid him, and I think that he's not going to be the player everybody think he is in this system, but we can stay hopeful.
But at the end of the day, your entire team is based around your offense with Hill, Waddle, Tua, and now you don't have an excuse now, because now you know you have a running game too. So you're going to win. You're going to go as far as Tua and your offense takes you. Play calling aside, McDaniels needs to learn how to run the ball more, especially if you have a lead, and stop putting the ball in Tua's hands when you don't need to. Let him be a game manager. He already proved up to that point in that game that he can do enough to put points on the board. You need to be able to trust him enough to just hand the ball off. It's not a crime to do that. You don't need to make Tua look like an MVP quarterback when you already have the way your offense is constructed to utilize your running backs more. And but yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. The Dolphins pleasantly surprised me. I still hope, like I said, you still got to go out and beat Green Bay next week, which we'll get to later on. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
So, just adding one more point as well. Say, for example, that I was looking for sort of like of the similarities from week 3 and this past Saturday. Like, there was so many plays where the Dolphins, like, whether or not that it was a drop, was really just like missed opportunities. Like, I feel like that, like, the team switched places, right? Like on week 3, and like there was like 7 or 8 opportunities that if the Bills were to execute, then they would have won that game. But then on right on the opposite side of things, this past Saturday, there was like 6 or 7 plays. If they were to go the other way, then the Dolphins would have won that game. So I wouldn't be hanging my head on this. Say, for example, so the roles were reversed. Like, we won week 3 and y'all won like this Saturday. I don't think it's that much doom and gloom, but I just hope that you guys can win out for sure. Or so otherwise it's going to be rough.
Week 18
we'll be
fine.
We'll be fine. We're still winning the Super Bowl. We don't need the Pro Bowls
there
and all that crap.
Love it, TD. Well, my quick thoughts of the game. I know you guys probably heard enough about this Bills-Dolphins game, so I'm not going to talk your ear off. But, I was impressed with the Dolphins' performance. I know that the Bills were the favorites. I think we can all agree the Bills were the better team going into that game. And, the Dolphins beat the Bills early on in the year. The Jets beat the Bills early on in the year. But the Bills in the second matchup at home, they got the better of the Jets and they got the better of the Dolphins. And, like I said earlier, there's absolutely no moral victories at this point of the season. But if you're a Dolphins fan, you should feel some type of relief, because that loss wasn't the loss you had against the Chargers. That loss wasn't the week before that against the Niners, where your team just didn't look at all like they were early on in the year. So, if I'm a Dolphins fan, that kind of makes me feel a little better. But at the end of the day, they lost. They lost 3 in a row, just like the Jets, and they are sitting at that 7 seed. They're 1 game ahead of the Patriots and the Jets. So this is a must-win for them, because if the Jets win tomorrow and then they lose to the Packers, the Jets are ahead of them in the division. I wish they were right now if we just took care of our own business against the Lions. But at the end of the day, man, it was going to be really tough for both the Jets and the Dolphins to sweep the Buffalo Bills. And I really enjoyed that game. It was a really good game for football.
Me and Richie have a gentleman's agreement. I think we need to come to a gentleman's agreement because I actually need the Jets to win. I know you guys are behind us, but I need the Jets to win the next 2 games because we need to put pressure on the Dolphins at the end of the season to where they have no
I can
choice.
send you over a Jets hat for tomorrow night, Tyson.
If it comes down between the Dolphins getting in and the Jets, I think everybody knows where my alliances lie. And I like I said, Richie, but you got to win tomorrow, bro. Like you can't.
Sure. If the Jets lose tomorrow, it's over. No doubt.
I'll give you another scenario. If the Jets mess around and win, which I think they will, and the Patriots can shock, and I don't know how they will, but if they beat Cincinnati and Miami loses to Green Bay, then the Jets and the Patriots. We're in the same scenario we were before last week. It's the same exact
scenario. All 3 of us keep losing.
No, that could actually happen too. You never know. So
yeah, I mean, this is going to be a very interesting weekend of football, and all I want as a Jets fan, and like you said, Tyson, I want Week 18 to be about
something.
the Jets to play for something, whether it's a win and you're in, right? All we need to be is 1 game behind the Dolphins in order for that, because we already beat them once, so we have the tiebreaker over them if we beat them again. So it's really all that comes down to. Win and you're in Week 18, sign me up, and if the Jets lose, I'll take that in the offseason and gripe about it, but I want to have a meaningful game. I don't want to be eliminated by then, and it starts freaking tomorrow.
I think Mike White needs to get healthy, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Zach Wilson can't play these last 3 games, bro. You got to get Mike White back on that field as soon as possible.
You know that he went to 10 different doctors to try to clear him, and
he's not cleared, right?
He has fractured ribs, and the doctors won't clear him because if he gets hit in a specific spot, it can really determine.
What about? So is he done for the season? Do you think he's done?
No, there is a chance that he can get cleared for the Seahawks game, which is they're gonna have a longer period of rest because we play tomorrow night. But as of right now, fractured ribs, that's something that takes a little bit to heal. So I don't know if we're gonna see Mike White again, but it's obvious that if he was healthy, he would be the guy for sure from the coaching perspective. All right, so we're going to get through the super chats, and then we're going to get into the next segment. We got Bills Mafia saying, I would rather see the Chiefs in the playoffs than the Dolphins.
He's lying.
This is
He's lying
to the Dolphins.
No, I don't.
I don't. You must be smoking in Kansas City?
No, I'm good. I'm good, man.
Dolphins went from 8-3 to 8-6. Jets went from 6-3 to 7-7. The Pats managed to top the butt fumble. Mac sucks at everything. Life comes at you fast.
I agree, Silas. I completely agree with you, bro.
Hey, win a Super Bowl before. Huh?
I know Silas. He's on Twitter. He be trolling me sometimes.
I'm just messing around. I can't talk about Super Bowls, but still. All right. Sorry, hold on. Thank you for that $10, my friend, and congratulations on the downfall of the AFC East while the Bills are rising. All right, what do you want me to say? Okay, it sucks. Steelers 6 rings greater than Patriots 6 rings. Facts.
How's that? No. You don't. No. You don't get to do that, bro. There's no. No, bro. How are the Steelers 6 rings better than the Patriots 6 rings? Send another super chat and explain that to me, bro, because I need to know what that means. That makes no sense.
Rest in peace, Franco Harris, the great legend. Rest in peace, man. Definitely lost a legend in the NFL.
Yeah, Franco Harris, immaculate reception. One of the greatest plays of all time in NFL history.
Steelers legend, man.
Although there still is some discrepancy whether that ball touched the ground, but I'll give him that.
AFC East finished with 12 Pro Bowlers and 22 alternates. That's
do the Patriots have any Pro Bowlers? I hope not. I don't think.
I think they do because I saw a list of teams that don't have Pro Bowlers and the Patriots were not listed.
Yeah, Mac Jones made it. Mac Jones made it.
No, he didn't, bro.
Wait, hey, man.
I'm trying to think.
All I know is the Jets have 4 Pro Bowlers.
Matt Judon got in.
3 alternates.
Okay. That one's yeah. He deserved to get in. Matthew Slater again.
Yeah, man. AFC East loaded with talent, baby.
Oh, never mind. He didn't.
Let's go.
The Jets, Justin Hardy took Matthew Slater, who's been in the Pro Bowl for like every year.
Yeah, Justin Hardy's our special teams ace, our gunner.
Yeah, that's the only Pro Bowler we got, and that's besides. I would say John Uche should deserve to be in there, but Listen, bro, that's the only player really on our team that deserves to be in.
Speaking of Pro Bowlers, Xavier Howard making the Pro Bowl with 1 interception and getting burnt all season is laughable. I agree. DJ Reed should have got it over him. DJ Reed's a reserve. Doesn't deserve to be reserved.
Xavier Howard's recognition and familiarity got him in the Pro Bowl, plus the fan votes. That's all it was.
How old is Xavier Howard, TD?
28 or 29.
So he's still. I mean, he's still in his prime.
Bro, he's
That's
not
a prime.
playing great football. He's playing horrible this year.
But he's prime. Is there a reason why? Do you think is the reason? What's the reason why he's not? Is it the scheme?
Well, they're saying he got a groin injury. But he's had an injury every year for the last 6 years. So, and he got a lot of off the field stuff going on.
Another.
Dan in the douche flute is making you soft. Damn, bro. Maybe.
That would hurt. Josh Allen is a Dolphins Feliz Navidad. That's a good one as well.
Feliz Navidad. I like it.
Feliz Navidad. Thank you, man. We appreciate the donation as always. All right, man. We're going to get through these last couple super chats until we get to the next segment. Truth says the Dolphins was averaging 8 yards a carry in the first half and like 4 yards a carry in the second half with the same attempts. LOL. Bills adjusted.
It's the truth.
Yeah, they made the adjustment for sure. But again, we still should have won that game.
Jason
Had our
says,
quarterback had good ball placement.
As a Bills fan, I would love the Fins to re-sign Tua and pay him. Handicap the rest of your roster for an average quarterback and live in mediocrity. Oof.
Jason, yes.
That sounds like TD's nightmare.
It might happen.
You think so? Alyssa with another donation. Dolphins won't make the playoffs. Stop lying to these people, TD. I added a little
Stop
bit.
lying. Yo, where's our guy at?
Parks.
Where's Parks?
I want to hear from Parks.
Yeah, I want to hear from
Where's
Parks.
Parks at?
I haven't seen him today.
Landon says, mainly for Richie and Dan, do you think the Bills were intentionally trying to injure Mike White week 14? They weren't just hitting him.
No.
They were constantly hitting his ribs. Just a thought.
No.
Yeah, Landon.
Come on.
Theory.
Don't even introduce that conspiracy.
Buffalo Bills were trying to They saw Mike White as the threat to take the throne of the Bills in the future, and they wanted to fracture his ribs, Dan. Come on, man.
You could see, listen, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but yes, I know that Milano rocked Mike White, but that was the cleanest football hit you've ever seen in your entire life. Tom Brady ruined the game by having refs throw the flag so liberally when it comes into roughing the passer. That was the cleanest football hit on the face of the planet. Yes, I'm sorry. I love Mike White. I think that he is a wonderful quarterback for your team. Come on, bro. That was the cleanest hit I have seen in my entire life of watching football.
It was the cleanest hard hit.
It was the cleanest hard hit I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that man, again, tried to get on the field, but he couldn't. I was just joking. I don't think they were targeting him at all.
$50 donation.
50 dono. Hey, y'all, how's it going here? You hear if things go a certain way, there is a chance that all NFC East and AFC East teams can make the playoffs. Just a lot will have to go right. I think we're kind of lost the whole AFC East. The only
No, we haven't.
The Ravens got to lose out.
The only way that happens is, yeah, that's it, bro. You need the Chargers and the Ravens to completely implode.
And I'm so pissed off that the Ravens squeaked out those stupid wins without Lamar Jackson, bro.
They did.
Oh my gosh, that really hurt. All three of our chances to make the playoffs a little bit in the wild card, make it a little.
They can still screw it up, Richie. I wouldn't put anything out of the realm of possibility.
It just sucks because literally.
How many wins do they have? 9.
They got 9. Yeah.
It's not over yet. You know how the Ravens be.
They got to lose out, and the Jets got to win out for us to get ahead of them.
They don't have the Ravens. Don't have an easy schedule, bro.
I love that, but the NFC East, they have a chance to all make the playoffs for sure.
Who cares about the NFC East?
Screw the NFC East. Thank you for the $50, my friend. We really do appreciate that.
Seriously,
but the East is definitely looking good.
The NFC East has ripped this division apart when it comes to Super Bowls.
I said one thing about Tua and Dolphins coming at me. Yo, he said something bad in the big donation, and now Dolphins fans are attacking him. What do you got to say
What
to
did he
that?
say?
TD?
He said the Dolphins are making the playoffs. That's what
And I guess he said something about Tua in
Listen,
the chat.
if we
You
don't
said
make the
Dolphins are making
play, if we don't make the playoffs, oh my gosh,
Is
bro,
he a
it
Bills
ain't
fan next year?
no.
TD,
It,
we want to be. Listen, as much
TD's
as I hate the
retiring from the
Dolphins, I
Roundtable.
will say this: I
we're
think
making
TD
it.
deserves to at least live stream a playoff game in his YouTube
Yeah.
career. I need to see TD. I want to see TDs because it's different. TD in the playoffs, like you know what I mean.
Can imagine
Your
that.
reactions in the playoffs are completely different than what it would be in the regular season. So I want to see how TD, if Tua messes up a throw in like a playoff game, how he would react.
I don't
So
think my
you
heart
could
can
even-
handle a freaking playoff game. In my
That's one of the pluses of why I don't mind them making the playoffs. Is to see
my God.
just to see what TD would do.
All right. Well, that last game of the season could be a playoff game in itself. But all right, guys, we're gonna get to the next segment, which is gonna be the easy money. Dan, you want to take it away, my friend?
Easy money. Easy money. Okay, when it comes down into player prop bet platforms in the face of the planet, Prize Picks is clearly the number one platform that you need to sign up for today. Now, this is another proud sponsor of the AFC East Roundtable. And so I do know that all four of us use this on a regular basis. Several of my friends do. It is the place to go if you're feeling lucky with your cash. Best thing about it is that they are hooking you guys up. The second that you sign up for this platform, simply type in the code AFC East, and they will match 100% of your initial deposit all the way up to $100. So it's essentially free money. And if you know what you're doing, which several of you demonstrate in the live chat, then you could turn that into some easy money. Okay. And the best part about it is right now, like they are throwing like this crazy promo. It's called Pixmas. So it's all the way right up until the holiday where they are releasing like a stupid, easy player prop bet, like something like, so with Herbert. And so like he throws for over a half a yard, or with maybe with excuse me. So maybe with Diggs receiving for over a half a yard. That is just one part of your parlay where it's absolutely easy. And all you need to do is just pick 4 or 5 others to hit. So with this segment, what we do is that we look at each and every single game this coming week, and we show you exactly what our picks from our teams would be easy money to start off. So might as well start off with the Bills, right?
They don't have anyone.
Nothing. And so I need you to type in buff. Buff. B-U-F.
Yeah, nothing.
They don't have anything.
Y'all losing every game going forward. That's why.
We're losing every game going forward.
Well,
Okay,
the
let's
Jets
go
play
over the
tomorrow
Jets
night,
then.
so you got all the Jets props up there.
Let's go ahead and knock that out then.
All right. We'll start off with the Jets. And I make a lot of bets on the Jets. And I try to do it in an objective perspective because I know if I was just biased, I pick the over and everything and I lose money. But your boy makes some money on here. This is an interesting one. I never seen a punt one before. Did you ever see it?
Yeah, I see those all the time.
Over under punts? That's funny.
You don't go across, Richie. They got everything.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're gonna stay away from the punts there. But we're gonna take all right, so Zach Wilson at 190 yards. He had 317 in his return.
He'll go over.
It's
He
at
can go over
190.
that.
It's on prime. But I will say tomorrow night's weather is awful. It's going to be rainy and gusts of winds. And you remember last time when Zach Wilson played in the wind, Tyson? Right
Yeah.
here. 77 yards against the Patriots. So I don't know. I'm probably going to stay away from that yards for Zach. If anything, I'll take his rushing yards over because I think he's going to run the ball a little bit more. And at 12.5 yards on the ground, I like that better simply because of the weather. But when it does come to a receiver, I mean, Garrett Wilson's getting over 55.5 yards. He is now 4 straight games ever since that, fluke against the Patriots where our entire offense stunk. Garrett Wilson, 95 yards, 162, 78, 98. I mean, he's consistently putting up numbers after numbers after numbers. CJ Uzomah, he was the beneficiary of the 2 touchdown passes from Zach Wilson. He's becoming the go-to guy for Zach Wilson. So I think that's going to be the 3 guys I take when it comes to the Jets' perspectives. for sure. And yeah, I'm going to stay away from the defense for now, even though Sauce at 3.5 tackles seems a little enticing. But yeah, that's what I got in the Jets' perspectives. So let's see if there's any Miami. All right, so TD, you got Tua, Waddle, Tyreek against the Packers.
Tua 255. We're gonna go over. He'll
How's
get
Green
the
Bay? What's Green Bay's defense looking like recently?
average.
Their pass
Okay.
defense is what makes them
Yeah,
good.
their pass defense is good, but we'll break through it. We got to bounce back.
He's going over there. I agree with
And
you.
That's
I
rough.
would take the Waddle and
Tyreek's going
Tyreek over.
I agree.
Both?
Yeah, he's due. Yeah, he's due.
Yeah.
In
He's
that weather
gonna have a
too, it's
day.
only
He'll
gonna be
have a
55
day.
degrees.
Jair
It should be
Alexander?
pretty good weather.
Okay.
And so they have anything for the Bears. So we'll bet against this team. Like that's exactly what. Okay, Fields
Rushing yards.
70.5. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
I'd go over.
Every game.
I'd go
Isn't
over
he-
on
is-
that. And so
Isn't
I
he
would go
hurt
over-
though? He got hurt
They're
last week.
saying he's gonna play.
This is
saying
insane. I
he's
did
gonna
not
play.
realize that he has literally went over 70 yards on the ground every single game.
He's over 1,000 yards. He's about to break Michael Vick's or Cam Newton's record.
Yeah, I feel like Fields will go over. I feel like
That's
That
insane.
run that he had last week was one of the greatest runs I've ever seen by a quarterback.
Yeah.
It's up there.
So if you wanted to do this parlay, picking the more on this all in here, we can throw in a Packers. I don't have that up yet, but say you want to put $20 down and win you 200. And again, if you want to deposit $20, you get $20 for free. So you could put even 40 on it and you'll get $400 if all of these hit. So you guys get the idea now with Prize Picks. And please, guys, do us a gigantic favor. When you make your bets on Prize Picks, if you can screenshot your bets and post it on Twitter or even post it on our Discord and show us what the bets that you're going so we can all hop in together on the same bets so we can trail each other. That'll be a lot of fun because I know there's a lot of people out there making good money on Prize Picks. And let's see you guys share the wealth.
There's a
all
lot.
right? Some people want to make some money too. Don't be all selfish over there. So again, guys, use promo code AFC East down below in the description, and they will match 100% of your deposit up to $100. $50 gets you $50 for free. $10 gives you $10 for free. So definitely utilize that for our for Prize Picks.
And
baby.
so that as well, like I'm pretty sure that our Discord like also has a Prize Picks channel. So I've seen a lot of you guys like throw your screenshots in there as well. So between Twitter or Discord, we'd love to see them.
Somebody sent me a $1,300 win, man.
A
Someone-
so they had-
$1,300 what?
The win. They're out there banking, man.
When?
wow.
I know, man. I'm seeing it.
You guys
It's
are winning
crazy.
big money, and I love to see it because that we are the ones gifting you free money, and you're turning that free money into profit. So let's go. That makes me happy. That makes me freaking excited. All right. Well, we got some games to preview.
Let's do it.
Uh-oh. Well, let's freaking go, baby. Oh, man. I want to go last because our game's tomorrow. So we'll start off with Tyson. You got a big game against the Cincinnati Bengals, who are, by the way, one of, if not the hottest teams in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
And this preview segment is sponsored by BETUS, the official sportsbook sponsor of the AFC East Roundtable. So we're going to get into the spreads of all these games as well. But Tyson, why don't you give me your overall thoughts heading into this game as I pull up the spreads?
Well, we play against the Bengals, and we're going to get TP'd in our bunghole by the Bengals.
Oh,
We have no chance in hell to win this game. I know we're at home, bro. After what happened, I think the team is checked out mentally. I'm like, our season's on the line, man. I don't know what else this team needs to do. The best way to describe the Patriots are they're mentally challenged. They're a mentally challenged football team. They're short bus shorties. Like they ride the short bus to games. They're mentally challenged. They have no discipline whatsoever. The Bengals are like you said, Richie, one of the hottest teams in the league. They came down from 17-0 to beat Brady and the Bucs, which is not an easy task to come back against Brady and do. And they did it. Joe Burrow's top 5 quarterback in the league. Their defense is creating a whole bunch of turnovers. They still got Mixon. They got Jamar Chase. We're done. It's over. Patriots season will officially end after this season. I mean, after this game, because I'm guessing that if the Jets win, they'll jump us. If the Dolphins win, then we're out of reach for that. So either we're gonna come up with some type of miracle game plan to stop the Bengals offensively, or we're just gonna lay down like a bunch of dogs. And it's gonna, like I said, I don't have any faith in this team this week. So that's really much all I got to say. I'm the only saving grace I have is hopefully Belichick sees the light and benches Mac Jones and starts Bailey Zappi. That's the only hope that I have.
Yeah, so on BetUS, Tyson, if you were to take the spread, they got it at
8.
3.5.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's a joke. That's a
Patriots
joke.
are
If you're putting money, put your entire mortgage, whatever the hell savings you got for Christmas, or whatever gift cards you got from Amazon, from your grandmama, put them all on the Bengals, because we're going to get absolutely embarrassed. And I'm happy that it's a 1:00 game, so we don't have to witness that tarnation of an offense on prime time the rest of the season.
All right. Well, if you guys want to sign up for BetUS, what their promo is pretty cool. You can sign up clicking the link down below, and they give you $50 of free money to use without even having to make a deposit. You just make an account. They put $50 in there, and you can utilize it. Or they have a 125% sign-up bonus up to $2,500. So all those great links are down below in the description. And as you can see, the money line, they got the Patriots at plus 148 and at plus 3.5 for the spread. Over-unders at 41.5 over there on BetUS. So, going to be an interesting game. We'll see. The Bengals are definitely.
Can we all agree here that the Bengals are going to TPS? Can we all agree in the chat? And you guys, I'm guessing you guys.
Burrow is red hot right now, man. Burrow is freaking
That's what I'm saying.
Scorching. And that game is in Foxborough, or
it's in Foxborough. We got two home games. Then we end the season in Buffalo.
Okay, you're muted, TD. But
Tyson, y'all actually gonna win the game.
Stop it, T, bro. Don't give me hope, bro. Do not get. Why do you have to do that, dog? Why do you have to do that?
This is the NFL drama. Y'all will win the game. They're gonna keep they're gonna keep the Ravens high. They're gonna keep the Bengals at the 5th seed. They're gonna give y'all hope and then make it. They're gonna make these last 2 weeks be so drama filled and potential. It's gonna be crazy.
And so I do like into the Pats pass rush against that offensive line.
Oh yeah, they are.
I do like the Pats pass rush against that offensive line. I really do. I think Judon goes off on Christmas Eve. I think he goes.
It's gonna be about Burrow just escaping that pressure and making those throws,
which is not gonna happen.
And Burrow is a quarterback that we saw last year. He gets freaking scorching hot at this time of the year, and we're seeing it right in front of our eyes. So.
And so I'd probably take the Pats 3.5. I'd probably take the Pats 3.5, to be honest with you.
Don't worry, Tyson. I won't pick the Patriots too. You don't want to hear that. I got the Bengals.
I agree with you, Richie.
I got you.
Honestly, bro, I'm just done with. I just want the season to be over with. I want to just get to the playoffs, and I just want to see these teams battle it out in the playoffs, especially in our own division. I want to see how Buffalo does.
I just want to be there. I'm just gonna start crying. Totally kidding. All right, let's get into TD, your matchup against the Green Bay Packers. Dan, you guys beat the Packers?
Yes, we did.
Tyson, you guys beat the Packers?
No, we did not. We lost in overtime.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Richie, did y'all beat the Packers?
Yes.
You did.
That was
so the Miami Dolphins.
Sauce Gardner with a cheese head.
Remember when Sauce put the cheese head on his head?
I remember that.
So we'll beat the Packers. They're starting to finally play good football. I don't know why. All of a sudden down the stretch. But we'll beat them. We'll get our mojo back. Tua will go for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tyreek will get 200 yards. Dolphin fans will be right back out of the closet saying we're going to the Super Bowl. Same old. You know, but I'm gonna be honest. This game does concern me because their secondary is good, and Aaron Rodgers, whenever he did his press conference, I kind of didn't like how he said it. You know, we're going down to Miami to play a really good team, so we'll see and all this and that. You know how he gets. So we'll win the game. I really don't have much to talk about when it comes to this game other than Dolphins don't have to have it to win. We just got to win the last 2 versus the Patriots and Jets to get in. but you don't want to go 4 down. You don't want to go 4 in a row. Oh, you just don't want to. So Dolphins need to take care of business and fix some of our own issues.
Do you really want to pressure TD the last game of the season against the Jets to get in, or would you rather just get this out the way? Because if you beat the Packers and you beat us, and the Jets lose one of these next 2 games, you clinch. You don't have to worry about the week 18. You can rest your starters.
Yeah, you get it out the way. You get it out the way because I don't want to play Jets the last game and that decides us getting in, because if we lose that game, I don't know. I just don't know where I'll be.
Oh,
in my mental. I don't know how I'll be in my mental. I think I'm telling you, if it came down to the last game and we lost, oh my gosh, no, it ain't going down like that. So beat the Packers. Let's get it out the way, then beat the Patriots, and then we're in. Oh, well, we're still not guaranteed, but you get my point.
Well, let's see what the line is over here on BetUS, TD.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm curious.
Yeah, what is that line? I haven't even
Dolphins are the favorite because we're home.
All right, so they got the Dolphins as 4-point favorites at home.
That's
scary. That's a scary line there. But I'm gonna take the Dolphins exceeding that, man. We're gonna win this game and we're gonna win it the right way. We got to get back on track.
You got the Dolphins -4?
It's Christmas Day. Upset on Christmas Day would be just terrible. Yeah, we got this game.
What's your predictions, Dan?
Man, it's tough to say. It's tough to say. Like, I mean, I feel like that the Dolphins, like, their back is in the corner right now, right? Like, losing 3 straight is rough. And then now they're going up against Aaron Rodgers and, like, with a team that also has their back against the wall. Like, they legitimately need to pull off a miracle and win out, and for them to even be, like, worthy of the playoffs. It's hard to say, man. It's really, really hard to say, but I will say I do see the Dolphins coming out on top. I do. Very close, though. Very,
I got the
close.
Dolphins winning this game as well.
It's going to be a nail biter.
I'd be shocked if they lost. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is definitely, I don't care if he's a quarterback that's a little, half of what he was. He's still Aaron Rodgers, but at the end of the day, I feel like the Dolphins are going to pull away. And if they don't, like TD said, it's not that big of a deal, because if they lose this game, all they got to do is beat the Patriots and Jets and they're in. But this will definitely increase their odds a lot if they win this game, because if they lose and the Jets win, we're ahead of the Dolphins. But the Jets got to first take care of their own business, and we'll get into that. But yeah, I got the Dolphins winning this game. What about you?
So, Aaron Rodgers. So, Dolphins fans, when you're sitting there opening your presents underneath the Christmas tree, and you're watching the Dolphins play on Christmas Day, you're gonna look at the TV and you're gonna realize Aaron Rodgers was the Grinch that stole Christmas from you. Because Aaron Rodgers, the greatest passer, Brady's the GOAT, but let's not get it twisted. Rodgers is the greatest passer of the football I've ever seen in my lifetime. And the reason why I think it's going to be a great game is because the Packers can still get into the playoffs. They're 1 game out of the wildcard spot. And Rodgers on Christmas to be the Grinch that stole Christmas in Miami, I'm going to love it. I'm not putting any faith in Miami to win that game. Not whatsoever, especially if Rodgers, this could be his last season. He's going to go all out. And the way I've seen him play the last couple of weeks, he's actually back to being the old Aaron Rodgers. He's slinging it in there. And I got the Packers going. I got the Packers winning. And like I said, if you lose this game, bro, the pressure is going to get really, really hot next week. And I know the Patriots have a lot of Super Bowls, but next week is my Super Bowl. You talking about when you won your Super Bowl? Next week is my Super Bowl against Miami. That is a game where I get hyped every season, and I cannot wait. And I want to be the team to spoil it for you guys. So, me personally, I honestly believe the Packers will win, though. I'm not even trolling. I really do believe they will win that game.
All right. Well, TD, you're muted again.
Look at that.
They're actually 2 games out of the playoffs.
Oh, they are? What are they, 6-8?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 6-8.
And who's oh, that's right, because the Giants won, right?
Washington is 7-6.
All right.
Wait, so Washington is 7-6, and the Packers are how many wins?
Oh, wait. They're a game and a half because
Of the
Washington
tie.
is 7-6-1. So they're a game and a half out. So they actually
That's-
still do have hope.
And I'm telling you this, Washington, Washington doesn't deserve to be in no damn playoffs, bro. I have put my faith in Green Bay over that. And to watch one of them teams, the Giants, order Washington football team, one of them's not making it. I'm gonna let you know that right now. One of them's not making that playoff. The Lions are right there too.
Yeah.
Seahawks and Seahawks.
I mean, yeah, I'm totally out of tune with the NFC because I'm so immersed in this AFC playoff hunt, and it feels good. But all right, Dan, let's get into your game.
Yeah, man,
really much
for
to talk
sure.
about.
No, man. Honestly, I'll go on ahead and I'll just put out a spoiler alert. I do see the Bills winning this game for sure. However, I do see at the beginning of the game, I see the Bears' run game really sort of like being a massive struggle for the Buffalo Bills at the very beginning. However, I just have a feeling like when you're going up against like the 27th ranked defense, I have a feeling that run game, whether or not that it's between Montgomery or whether or not that it's between Justin Fields, I feel like that's not going to be as effective by like the second quarter or maybe even like toward the third, where they're going to have to resort to Justin Fields passing the ball just to make this even that much of a game. What's going to be interesting is that the entire nation is going to be going through an absolute freeze. I'm pretty sure I was reading something that it's supposed to be a real feel in Chicago as like -11. So it's going to be a very, very cold game where the run game is going to be very important. However, I see the Buffalo Bills literally destroying this team. I see Justin Fields like having another game. I see him like rushing for like, I would say like definitely over like 80 plus yards. I know that BETUS has prop bets. So, I mean, say, for example, that like you wanted to go for any sort of rushing from that, then definitely go with Justin Fields.
Are you taking the Bills spread, though? Plus, I mean, -9.5?
1,000%.
1,000%.
That is easy. It's easy money. What's the over-under? Out of curiosity. 40?
Yeah. I
take the over on that. And let's just say that the Bears will not make a large contribution with that as well. So the over on like that game by itself, like, I mean, I just see the Buffalo Bills, like we have hit our stride. And so I see this offense firing on all cylinders. I see James Cook having an absolute incredible game. And I just see the Buffalo Bills winning this game handedly. 110%.
Yeah, you guys have anything else to say about this game? I mean, the Jets played them with Mike White in the elements, and Mike White completely carved up that defense at home. And it was with the rain. Excuse me. And that was Mike White's first game of the season. And he went for 3 touchdowns, no picks, 300 plus yards, 22 for 28. So if Mike White can do it, I think the Bills will have no problem. TD, got anything on this game?
Tua carved them up as well. Everybody carved the Bears up. So, and that's what's frustrating about our team. In Tua, his three best games, everybody carved them up. Carved those teams up. You know what I mean? So Josh Allen will have a field day, even though it's going to be a running game. That could hurt y'all, Dan, because remember what the Patriots did last year.
Yeah.
You know, when they ran the ball almost every play. So that's the only way I see y'all losing, but y'all will find a way to get it done. Is Fields okay? Is he playing? I thought he had an injury.
From what I understand.
You better play. I need him in fantasy playoffs. Let's go Fields. Actually, ironically enough, Dan, it's a double super flex league, and Josh Allen's my quarterback as well as Justin Fields. And they're versing each other. All right. I think Tyson's taking a little break.
No, I'm picking the Bills. Yeah,
you got the Bills?
No, I'm picking the Bills.
All right. Well, guys, everyone hit that thumbs up button if you're not already. We appreciate that. Now let's get into the final game that we'll be previewing, which is tomorrow night. The New York Jets take on the Jacksonville Jaguars, the first overall pick against the second overall pick. Trevor Lawrence is living up to the first overall pick hype. Zach Wilson has not lived up to the second overall pick hype yet. And the Jaguars, man, they are scalding hot. And I don't know if we have any Jaguars fans watching this, but they got a chance to make the playoffs. And it's not by the wild card. It's by getting the division. I mean, the Titans have ruled out Tannehill for the rest of the season, and the Jaguars already beat them once this year. And they versed them at the end of the year. So all the Jaguars need is to be a game back heading into week 18, and they could potentially get a ticket to the postseason, and that being a home playoff game. How crazy would that be? But, from a Jets perspective, this is it. This is really what it comes down to. This is playoff, meaningful games in December, and the Jets got to be in their A game. And the thing about this Jets team, guys, do you guys remember when the Jets went on a 4-game win streak and they were 5-2 with Zach Wilson? And we're all like, and I'm sitting here, really excited, really happy, optimistic. You remember how the Jets were winning those football games? It wasn't Zach Wilson being an MVP. It was the defense taking the ball away. It was the running game with Breece Hall. It was the special teams pinning people back, getting blocked punts, kicking all their field goals. It was the team around the quarterback that was really helping this team out. Well, unfortunately, we're not taking the ball away as much as we are anymore. We actually have one forced turnover in the last 4 weeks. That's unacceptable. This defense is great at, not giving up passing yards and not giving up points, but we have to help out our offense and get turnovers. And we have to go up against Trevor Lawrence, who is scalding freaking hot. Now, if you want to go back to last season, the Jets actually beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Zach Wilson got the better of Trevor Lawrence in that game. So we all know that they want Lawrence, and the Jaguars are looking for revenge at MetLife Stadium again. But this is it. If the Jets have any chance to make in the playoffs, they have to take care of business. We have lost 3 games in a row, and all 3 of those games went down to the wire. And, you can say this, and that about each and every one of those games, but we have to be on our P's and Q's and just get back to our identity, which is running the football, playing defense, taking care of the football, winning in the trenches, and playing special teams. That's really the identity. And this is just one of those wake-up calls where if the Jets want to be considered a serious threat for the long term, they got to be able to get better. And you see all these great teams around the AFC and even the NFC. They get better at this point of the season. Well, unfortunately for the Jets, and you can even say the Dolphins, because we're both on 3-game losing streaks, we're regressing at this point of the season. And that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get hot heading into the playoffs. And unfortunately for the Jets, that's not happening. But the window's still there. The odds are low. But again, if the Jets win the last 3 games, there is a 98% chance they make the playoffs, but they cannot win all 3. They cannot win out if they don't just win the game tomorrow night. And the whole world's watching. Zach Wilson, this is it, kid. I mean, listen, Zach Wilson has been gifted an opportunity for a second opportunity with Mike White going down with fractured ribs. Zach Wilson, in his game against the Lions, he was making throws, and I broke it down earlier. I'm not going to bore you through it again, but he was making throws where you're like, wow, if he can just do that more consistently, we might have something special here. So now he has a chance to show the whole world, with the whole world watching, what he's capable of, and see if he can step up to the table, man. And we got stars and studs all over this team, rookies and year 2 players. And I mean, listen, the Jets got 4 Pro Bowlers and 3 Pro Bowl reserves. I mean, as a Jets fan, let me just soak that in for a second, because that doesn't happen. The Jets never have any Pro Bowlers, and now we have freaking 4. And I would honestly say we would have 6 if it wasn't for Breece Hall and Elijah Vera Tucker going down, because there's no doubt in my mind both of those players would be Pro Bowlers if they were not injured. So we got C.J. Mosley, our captain on defense, in the Pro Bowl. Sauce Gardner as a rookie in the Pro Bowl. Quinnen Williams playing like the best interior defensive lineman in the Pro Bowl. And our special teams gunner, Justin Hardy, in the Pro Bowl. And we have 3 reserves. Our other starting corner, who I think should have been in the Pro Bowl, DJ Reed. Our rookie wide receiver, Garrett Wilson. And our special teams gadget player, Braxton Berrios. So that's 7 players that could potentially be in the Pro Bowl. And that feels good as a Jets fan. But at the end of the day, man, we're 7-7. The Jets got to take care of business tomorrow night. And I got confidence that they will. On BetUS, it's even. It's literally even. I mean, the Jaguars are coming off beating the freaking Cowboys, who have one of the best defenses in the league. And now Trevor Lawrence is going to have to go against the Jets, who have another top defense. So we'll see what happens, man. TD, what you got in this game, man? Your mic's muted again.
My bad. I know I was muted. This is going to be a great game, bro. Tomorrow night, man, it's going down. The winner of this game, think about it. If the Jags win, they may control their own destiny. With that Tennessee situation, they lose. Tennessee is rooting for y'all heavy tomorrow. But man, it's hard, because you just saw what the Jags in the Cowboys game. And it's pretty tough to gauge, but y'all defense is is gonna make it tough for that offense. Zach Wilson, man, he's like, if I ain't gonna lie, if Mike White was playing, I would say y'all gonna edge this one out. But Zach Wilson, I just don't know if he got enough.
What'd you think of Zach Wilson's game against the Lions? Did you see any of it, or?
I saw a little bit of it. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. It was, to me, it was mid. It was, he didn't hurt his team, but too many. And he made some plays, but you also miss some that are right there to be had, like misfires. It's the same thing I be saying about Tua. Like, he'll make some plays, some really good ones, but then you see the ball placement on others. It's like, what are you doing? But Zach Wilson's way far off than Tua's. I mean, at least Tua's in the vicinity. But man, he gotta have a game of his life because it could really galvanize him with the fan base as well. If he want any points back to getting good graces, this is the game to do it. But my final on this game, Richie. Sorry, bro. But y'all actually win. Barely. It's going to be a thriller. It's going to be a thriller at the end of the day. Y'all are going to squeak this win out.
Oh, I hope you're right, man. I cannot stomach 4 straight losses. I just can't do it.
Well, we all in that situation, so we'll see.
All right. Tyson, you got it? What's your thoughts about this one?
This is the biggest prove-it game of Zach Wilson's career because he's going against Trevor Lawrence, who the Jets fans wanted for the draft, but you guys didn't tank enough to get. So it really is Trevor Lawrence versus Zach Wilson. That's pretty what's going to come down to. He has to outperform Trevor Lawrence in his game and keep you guys in the playoff hunt. If he goes out there on national television, which a lot of people are going to be watching, you're at home, right? You're at home against a hot Jaguars team who just came off of an overtime win against the Cowboys. Their biggest win in a long time for them. And Trevor Lawrence is starting to look like a number 1 pick. And here's the thing. This is it, bro. This is it because Mike White's is he's sitting down just chilling right now trying to heal his ribs because everybody wants him to go out there and be back. Zach Wilson has a chance to win his starting quarterback job back. This is it. If he goes out there and he looks like Zach Wilson has done most of the season and look like trash, then it's over for him. I think his career will be done if he goes out there and just has a horrendous game. And I don't really blame Zach Wilson for the last game you guys played because I watched that game, and I think it had more to do with Salah not keeping track of how much damn time was on the damn clock because you burnt at least 30 seconds and you didn't put Zach Wilson in the best position to succeed on that last drive to get you in field position to put the game into overtime. So that's on Salah, not Zach Wilson. But yeah, like I said, this is a prove-it game for Zach. Do I think he's going to do it? No. I actually want the Jets to win because to put pressure on Miami for the next 2 weeks. But I think for some reason, bro, I just don't see him on prime time.
His first career primetime game.
Yeah, that's even more pressure on the kid. I just don't see how it happens. Rich, I'm sorry. I got to pick the Jaguars.
The elements scare me. I mean, based on what we saw with Zach in New England, I mean, the Patriots defense is different than the Jaguars, but still, he was not able to throw the ball in the wind. And there's going to be big-time wind. It's going to be rainy.
I don't see why that's a problem because his one of his biggest strengths is his arm.
This is a home game for the Jets. This is a home game for the Jets.
Yes, sir.
Which gives, like I said, which puts more pressure on him. I think you guys would have been better off.
The fans are out. I mean, if you guys know anything about New York fans, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, I mean, he heard boos on Sunday, and the boos are gonna.
Yeah, Jets fans are. I mean, but here's the thing: like people get pissed at Jets fans, but what do you expect Jets fans to do? Listen, here's the thing about Jets fans: if Zach Wilson went out there and balled, you probably start hearing MVP chants. Jets fans have a reason to be so fickle with their quarterback because they've seen so much dog shit out of the quarterback position for so long. They just want a quarterback to go in there and lead you back to the playoffs, bro. That's all they care about. It could be Joe Flacco or Mike White. It doesn't matter, bro. And if Zach Wilson can't do that, then he doesn't deserve to be a quarterback for the New York Jets. It's that simple.
Yeah, and if you want to compare the Jets fans to the Dolphins fans, which, the Dolphins fans' relationship with Tua and the Jets fans' relationship with Zach Wilson, it's completely different, but it's kind of similar in a way where there are a lot of people that think Zach Wilson's the guy, and they believe in the future. They believe in his talent. They think that he can be the guy no matter what they saw. It's only 20 games, and they see a lot of upside in him. And there's another side of Jets fans like, this kid stinks. He's absolutely trash. Play Mike White. Don't even give him an opportunity. So there's definitely two sides of the Jets fan. I'm in the middle. I root for whoever's on the field, and I got hope that he can figure it out. And I'm hopeful that tomorrow will be his best game of his young career, which is not that big of a deal if you compare to his other games. But Dan, what you got in this game, man? It's the line is even. So
listen. Now, coming from a fan that has lost to the Jaguars personally last year, I still have that terrible taste in the back of my mouth. One thing I will say, I see the Jets coming out on top. I really do. Although I would like to see the Jags win that division. Really, really do. I do not want to see the Titans out there because I just don't think that they deserve it. I see the Jets being able to come out on top, not because of Zach Wilson, but because of the product that your defense will put out in that field.
We got Quinnen Williams coming back, who is like the hardest.
We got Williams coming back as well. I think that Lawrence was still the best QB to come out of that draft. And I think that that's going to be proved for like years and years to come. But I see your defense rolling out on top for the victory.
All right. Well, I appreciate that optimism, Dan, because I need it.
Yeah.
And guys, I will be live tomorrow night on the channel. If you want to tune into the stream, it's going to be me and my buddy Jack. We're going to go crazy. Hopefully be smiling afterwards, because if it's a bad game, you know that you'll see a really pissed off Richie, and I'm going to be freaking cursing my ass off all night long on my stream post game if we lose. All right, man. So that's going to wrap up the preview. Thank you, BetUS, for sponsoring that segment. And now to finish off the stream, guys, we're going to bring in all the Patreon members. So again, if you are a Patreon member, click the link, join in backstage. If you want to join in on this Q&A segment, click the link down below in the description, become a Patreon member, and you get access to the show and to be able to come on here and chat some ball with us. But before we do that, we're going to get through some super chats. Jill says, TD, change your cup.
What does that mean? What's the significance?
Look at his cup. Look at his cup.
Oh.
It's a glitch in the matrix.
Listen, I'm traveling for the holidays, so I took a picture of my background.
Oh, that's a green screen.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wow.
Wait, I thought that he was at home the entire time.
I thought he was at home the whole time myself.
No, I am in Texas for the next 2 weeks, so I'm green screened up. And this cup is literally green, so that's why they're saying change your cup.
Wow, dude.
I'll get a red cup next time.
I didn't. I thought he was at home the entire time. That's crazy,
dude.
That's that's wild.
The Bills took my insides away, man.
Sorry guys, just trying to get to this next super chat. TD, I love that you could bring I should do that. Take a picture and then bring the green screen.
Just take a picture of your background, so when you travel, just pop it up.
I got a jersey bet with my brother, who's a Green Bay fan. Please don't fail me, Miami. Uh-oh. You're gonna have to get this dub.
We better not lose this game.
Denver says, enjoyed watching the game with you, Dan. Denver Smith.
Was great, Denver. It was great. So with Denver and I, we were at Big Tree Inn. Just watching a couple quarters together. It was super cool. I love meeting all of you.
For the record, I never trolled you on Twitter. You talked a lot of crap after the Win Bowl and after Buffalo put your Pats on Pornhub in the playoffs. You ran away from Twitter. Hi, Dan. Go Bills. I think this is at you, Tyson.
Oh, yeah, really? I don't remember that.
A guy.
A guy.
He's coming at you. A lot of people come after us on the super chats. I love it. We could take the heat, I think. Yeah? I want more Jets hate. I want more Jets hate in the chat, guys. Start talking more crap about the Jets. Let's hear it.
You got to be good first.
I don't know what this means. It's not a super chat, but Richie, you got actors in a movie. Is that a hate? Yeah, I'll take that hate. I like it. Give me more. All right. I'm just trying to get through all the super chats before we bring in some more people. I think that's all the super chats. Yeah, that's all the super chats. All right, man. We're going to get into the Patreon members. We're going to limit it to like a minute and a half per caller just because we're running.
Please don't let me
low on
bring
time.
out my timer again, bro. Don't let me do it. I'm gonna trust
Bring
y'all
out
to
the
keep it
timer.
to a minute.
All right. We're going to bring in
Hey,
Troy.
what's up, guys?
My
How's
guy,
it
man.
going? Yeah, little
man?
Cole Beasley strutting it in tonight.
I must say, I
wanna
love
say
the
a
Beasley
little
jersey.
prayer for Franco's family, man. That's devastation, and I want everybody to keep in mind he is more than the immaculate catch. The man had a great career, and he's a good man and a good life. So let's not just go with that immaculate catch as his life. He's so much more, as a man and a career, for sure.
Absolutely.
Hey, Troy,
Next, Tyson. Yes, sir.
before you get started, man, salute to you, man. I concede.
I wasn't going to go off on you, brother. Don't worry. I wasn't going to go off on you.
Josh Allen's
But I
still
did
trash.
want to say I am undefeated still in my picks. Tyson,
Yeah.
a little bone to pick with your team, man. This, what the heck? Jakobi Meyers, is he like crazy? You guys are freaking tied and you're going to start throwing the
I
ball
told you,
around?
bro. We're mentally
What the
challenged.
fuck? You would have
Mentally
won the
challenged,
fucking
bro.
game.
Special
You want to
needs.
give it up? I said you'd win, and then you go and give it away.
It's not. Listen, bro. I don't play on the team. I can't control what
I
these bums
want
do on
that.
the field, man.
What the hell? Let's go into overtime, man.
Yeah, since you want to keep bringing it up, what was that? Was that play worse than the Music City Miracle?
Oh my God!
I mean,
just
it was a
couldn't-
playoff game.
Yeah, but I mean to do it when the score is tied and there's no reason. Like it's not like you're down by a point and you need to score to get in the end zone to win the game, or you need points. It's like tied. Okay, let's go into overtime. Don't start throwing the ball to the other team and letting them run it back for a touchdown. Jesus.
Bro, you listen. Like I said, bro, Steve Wycheck to Kevin Dyson. Titans win. Same shit.
That is just so upsetting because I would be undefeated still with my picks if it wasn't for that.
Well,
game.
I guess don't put your money on us.
Technically,
Well, I don't
you
know what
won
to
it,
tell you.
but you didn't get it because of that, giving it away.
Okay, well, appreciate the
And then-
insight.
Yeah, but I wouldn't blame your quarterback on that loss. I'd blame that
He
play.
gets all the
'Cause that
blame.
game wasn't over. You still could have won it.
Well,
Listen,
Troy,
bro.
it must be feeling good that your Bills are on top. Congratulations
Oh, for
on
sure.
beating the Dolphins.
But Dolphins,
Troy.
yeah, beating them, yes, sir. And then Jets, knew you were gonna lose. I think you're gonna win this week, though, bud. It's gonna be close.
Oh, the Troy. Let's go. You've been
It's
right about the
gonna
Jets all
be
season, so I needed to hear that.
close. It's gonna be a close one, though.
I'll take it,
I
bro.
almost don't even want to pick because I think it could very easily go either way.
Give me a 3-0
On
win.
that.
I don't care. All I want is a
I
win.
know. You
Appreciate
should
it,
be
bro.
able to win, but I don't know if you will.
Well, we'll
New
see, Troy.
England-
Well, we appreciate the call, my friend, as always.
Miami, you're gonna probably lose to Green Bay, and we're gonna beat Chicago. I hope Josh is okay, because I saw
be
he
fine.
didn't practice today. I know, had me a
It was
little
just vet
worried.
rest.
All right,
Yeah, it was
buddy.
vet rest.
We're going to
He's
get to
good.
the next
Okay,
call.
All right,
We
guys,
appreciate the
man.
call.
Have a
Peace
good
out, Troy.
night.
Have a
Let's
good one.
go,
Happy
East.
holidays, Troy. Man, he represents Bills Mafia very well.
He does, man. Hard.
Love him. And
I
he's a big
appreciate it.
supporter of the Jets media. I love Troy. Thank you to
He's the
all the
man.
AFC East Roundtable people that are not Jets fans tuning in to Jets media. It means a lot to me. All right, we got the man of the hour, Muffios.
All right.
What's
First
going on,
off,
guys?
I do want to say, man, listen, that donation, holy hell. Thank you, man. That blew my mind. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate it, bro.
Nah, Merry Christmas to you guys. I had to send it out to y'all. Y'all,
Salute to you, bro.
honestly,
You're the man.
y'all so entertaining. I love it. I
Good.
love watching y'all every weekend. TD and Tyson sometimes I do get on my nerves a little bit though, but it's all over. I mean, but guys, say one thing though. I said on Twitter, right? I saw it before. I said that Tua played trash recently though, and somehow Tua is y'all sensitive. Y'all all coming at me. I'm like, damn. Do I not talk about Tua anymore?
Bro, that is a full-pledged cult. You better be careful.
They have their own Discord. I swear to God, I unearthed it last week. They have their own private Discord of 2 ears. I'm about to send you the link, TD.
These are not Dolphin fans. These are 2 ears, bro. Make sure you know the difference. These guys will not be Dolphin fans if we traded them tomorrow. Right. There is a full cult of 2 ears, bro. You got to be careful. They are literally, bro. They come at the people like for real.
They disguise themselves as Dolphin fans too.
I could tell. I'm like, dang, y'all come for my throat. I'm like, shit. I mean, 2 of those playing decent though, but when he had 5 terrible defenses though, which no one can say anything on that. It's just San Francisco has a tough defense. The Chargers, when they want to be though, they can be tough, and the Bills are on top for a reason. That's why. But I'm like, sheesh.
Yeah, that's why we need. That's why we need a real guy. That's why we need a real guy, because if Josh Allen play a tough defense,
I see a Mackinac in the chat. Time. Somebody block Mackinac. We are not starting that up in here. Whoever the dude is, he is banned from this channel. I don't know who it is, but we ain't about to do that up in here. No, we don't want no parts of that.
Richie, I don't know why you laughing. Zach and on out there too.
I know. Actually, there's a lot of BYU fans that are Jets fans because of Zach. Well aware of them.
I'm just hoping for a win tomorrow. My only question really though is just that with Jacksonville though, should I bet anything like over or under when it comes to like Trevor's like passing yards and like, or ETN's like?
That's a Richie question right there.
You got to look at the elements, bro. It's going to be torrential downpour with high winds, and you also have to look at the Jets defense in terms of the quarterbacks that we've went up against. Pretty much every time we went up against a quarterback, they hit their under in passing yards. But Trevor Lawrence is freaking scorching hot.
So right, that's why.
It's like, what is Lawrence going to do?
But has Trevor Lawrence going up against this type of secondary?
I mean, the Cowboys are a pretty good defense, right?
Yeah. Well,
hit or miss.
They're overrated.
So that as well, you also need to put it in consideration as well. He's from Georgia. He played in South Carolina, and he now plays in Florida. So he probably does not have the most experience in elements like that, because the entire East Coast is about to be uncharacteristically freezing. I'm not sure what the over-under is in that game. What is it, Richie? It's over-under Jets, Jaguars. Let's see.
BetUS, they have it at 37.
37? I would take the under on that, to be honest with you.
I just think the weather is a big factor.
I'd take the under on that.
That's what I
would. I'm thinking the under.
Nah, I was going to do the over on Zach's rushing, the over on Bam if he plays. Garrett, he's just a freaking stud, so I was going to take him.
Offensive rookie of the year, baby.
Exactly, and I can't wait to watch that happen. Also, being a Pro Bowler, love it. But I just want to win tomorrow. Like you said, Richie, I don't care if it's 2-0 or 58-60. I don't care. I just want to win. That's it.
I know, Mo. I missed the Victory Monday streams. We need a Victory Friday on the show where we could celebrate. I know Dolphins fans know what I'm talking about because you guys are on a 3-game losing streak with me. It ain't fun. It ain't fun. And we're going to win tomorrow, okay? And Mutfields, we all appreciate you. I'm sorry you didn't make the fantasy playoffs.
Oh, my God, bro. Don't get me started with that, please. We got to don't get me started with that. Because if I can say one thing quick, I know I got to bounce.
Yeah, of course.
Was in my other league right now, I'm screwed. Because my White's out. Jalen Hurts is my starter, and he's out. So there's no quarterbacks left. So who do you think I got starting tomorrow?
I had the same issue. I had Jalen Hurts in our league, but then I just picked up Aaron Rodgers against the Dolphins. Yeah,
exactly. In my other league, in the semifinals, I have Zach Wilson as my starting quarterback.
Oh, that's tough.
But I'm playing against Trevor. To be fair, he has Trevor starting. So that's
right. Well, Zach's going to go off for you. He's going to get 2 rushing touchdowns. He's going to get you a nice 20 points, and you're going to win because of Zach, baby.
I'm trying.
Well, who's on waivers, though? So who's on waivers right now?
The freaking bomb of the barrel. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. You want me to get into that? There's nobody. There's nobody.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was about to say. All right.
I was forced.
But never mind.
Back with
So
Sam, baby.
Zach
Run it back
Wilson's
with
your
Sam.
best. Yeah. Run it back with Sam.
Run it
Darnold,
back with
right?
Sam.
Let's go. That's my guy. All right, bro. Well, we appreciate you as always, man. Can't thank you enough for the donation. I mean, this man sent me like a $400 donation during the draft. I mean, you're insane, bro. We appreciate you.
Guys, for
you
y'all, man. Merry Christmas.
No, appreciate you, man.
And
Thanks, man.
appreciate you, bro. Let's go, Jets.
Later. Let's
Appreciate
go.
you, homie.
See you, man.
That's a legend right
Zach?
there.
Oh, man. Yo, but honestly, I do like the under for that game against the Jags. I like
Yeah,
it
I
a
can
lot.
see that.
I like it a lot. There he
1
is.
minute.
Everybody, how y'all doing?
1 minute.
How you doing,
Oh,
bro?
damn, I get a minute. Yo, that last dude
Yeah.
was crazy though with that crazy ass thing I said that built in Buffalo, and they were like, "What the hell?" So congratulations on that. Look, the AFC East doing what the Bills are happy to see them do. Everybody lose except us. Let's go.
Every time.
Jets playing the Jaguars. That's gonna be a close one. I think it's gonna be real close. Trevor's hot, but his receivers are Zay Jones, Marvin Jones, and Christian Kirk. And I think that the Jets have the defensive backs to cover those guys. But Zay Jones is having a resurgent season, so you never know with that guy. One day he's trying to jump out of windows, and the next day, he's on the Jags having a career year. So good for him. The Patriots, I forgot who you guys are playing.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, yeah, that's a tough one. Good luck, adieu. And the Dolphins, I told y'all the collapse is coming. It is here, and it is what it is, man. This is what y'all do. We have a lull in the middle of the season, and y'all shit the bed at the end of it. That's just how it goes, man.
That's what matters. That's
Yeah,
what
it's-
matters. And so I was
You guys gotta see the
disappointed that
Jets.
I didn't. And so I was disappointed that you didn't make the trip up to Buffalo this past weekend, man.
I was too, but it wasn't my 3 days, so it wasn't an option for me.
I hear you on that.
There was potential for me to make it to Chicago this weekend, but I'm like, Chicago,
It's gonna be like -11, bro.
not just that, but it's Chicago. I'll pass.
Yeah.
I got a chance of getting fucking PMB'd out there. I'm good to go. But yeah, no, the Bears and the Bills. I don't think this is going to be a close game between the Bears and the Bills. I think this is going to be a massacre. The Bears are one-dimensional on offense. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of adjustments needed in that game. We played the Titans. They're awfully one-dimensional too, and we spanked that ass. When you were one-dimensional, that's what it is. The Dolphins this week, they kept it close because they weren't one-dimensional. They ran it and they threw it decently both ways. So they kept it interesting with us. They weren't one-dimensional. When we played the Jets, they weren't one-dimensional either, and that game was fairly close.
Yeah.
If you play a team that's one-dimensional, like the Packers, we beat them by 8. That game wasn't that close because they were really one-dimensional. They ran it, and then they got away from it because we got ahead, and they passed it, and that's just what it is. Against one-dimensional teams, the Bills kick ass, and then against y'all, they do the same thing. So it is what it is. Buffalo Bills winning this division. Bills should win out. The one team that they could have a hiccup against is the Bengals. That's gonna be a tough one. But outside of that, I think the Bills win out and they take the conference. And then everybody's got to come through Buffalo and try and beat us there. The one problem with that is everybody's a cold weather team except the Dolphins, and that's if they make it. Otherwise, the Bengals are a cold weather team. The Chiefs are a cold weather team, and the Jaguars ain't. But I'm not worried about them. I'm more worried about the Dolphins and them if they make it. And they prove that they can play in chilly weather. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens in the playoffs with whoever gets there. Jets got a shot. I mean, they beat the Dolphins 40-17 last time. And people say, well, Tua didn't play. Well, Tua didn't play defense. So enjoy that one.
Let them know, baby.
I think that the Jets will beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins beat the Patriots. And the Patriots, they got tough sledding. And I don't think Master Work really minds that too much. He's ready for this shit to be over.
No,
anyway, so
I really don't care.
Yeah,
I
he's
really
ready for
don't.
shit to be over and for them to clean house. And it might be a year later than he wants it to be, but it's coming. Go Bills all day, every
Go
day.
Bills.
All right,
Santa
man.
Claus
We
is coming,
appreciate that.
and he's
I love
doling out
the
ass
hat.
whoopings like Oprah.
Merry Christmas, my man. Happy holidays.
You get an ass whooping. You get an ass whooping. You get an ass whooping. Everybody getting an ass whooping. Let's go Bills.
Peace.
What a way to go out.
How many we got left?
All right, we got four more to get through.
Listen, guys. 1 minute. 1 minute.
But before that, we got a nice donation from DF Forever saying, Master at work, LOL, man. You have zero room for smack talk this season. Respect all four of y'all. Richie, Mitchell, Master at work, TD. Good luck rest of the season. Respect.
Every reason to smack talk.
Respect.
Every reason.
Respect to DF Forever, my friend. We appreciate the donation, my man. Love it. I wish it were colder.
What's going on, boys? Merry
There it is.
Christmas.
Hey, I
I
had a
knew it
feeling I
was.
knew it
I
was.
thought
He
you were a
changed his
TD
name.
Bills talk.
He changed his name.
No,
I
that's
love
not
it.
me. I can't take credit for that one.
I thought that was you. For a
No,
second. I was
no.
like,
You're
my
lucky
man.
you didn't bet your life because you would have lost it. I wouldn't put TD and the Bills together. I don't want that juju on me. We don't want that
What do you
late
need?
season collapse like what happens in Miami every year.
What a win.
Okay.
Y'all act like the season is over, man.
For you, it is.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
We will. Just like I
How does
told
it
you
feel?
last week, you were going to lose. Just like I told you week before, you were going to lose. Every week, you're going to lose.
It hurts. It hurts, man. It's
Sorry I
painful.
couldn't meet up with you, Dan. My plans fell through or I would have been there.
No, man, it's not a
Stuck at
problem at
home.
all. And so, like, I mean, I'll be back there for the AFC Championship, and we'll get up then.
Dude, Dan's a walking celebrity in Buffalo, man. Look at him.
Dude, it was
Eating
so
up with
humbling. It
subs.
was
Well,
so
he's one of the
cool.
biggest
Yeah,
Bills YouTubers, so I mean, he should be.
It was, yeah, it was
I love it.
chill. It was chill. But
But,
no,
you
man, listen,
guys
big
have a Merry
win.
Christmas.
Loved it. Yeah,
You
bro.
too, my
honestly,
man.
you as well,
Peace.
man.
I
We'll
love
see
the
ya.
name, too.
Peace.
Have a Merry Christmas, my friend. Look at that. Kept it short and sweet. Showed
Who's
respect.
next?
Talk some smack. You love it.
Hey, everybody.
What's up?
Hey. I just wanted to say one teensy tiny thing. I want every other team except for the Dolphins, you can say if you want, to say this because I have been learning some other different types of language because I want to get more cultured, you know. And I learned this phrase from Japan. Irukasu.
What does it mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Before I say it.
Okay, I'll say it. If the Dolphins suck.
Oh,
I
If the
love it.
Dolphins suck. Irukasu. Irukasu.
Wukasu.
so
Wukasu.
Irukasu.
I love
Yeah,
it.
Irukasu.
Wukasu.
So,
Merch
so
idea.
the best
Merch
Dolphin
idea.
hate I've ever had.
yeah.
Merch idea.
Yeah.
It works in every
Yeah, you can
language.
speak it works in every language. Come on, everybody. Irukasu. So I do think the Jets are going to beat the Jaguars. I do think I don't know what happened to the Patriots. I was very confused. That was like the Buffalo times 100. Like because it was so odd to me that would happen, and it's so not the Patriots that it just like makes you scratch your head even more. So and then the Dolphins. I got you. I think you could definitely beat the Green Bay Packers. So hopefully you don't beat them. Irukasu. And then the Bills, you guys are definitely going to beat any team. I forgot what team you're facing. I forgot what team. Not
Bears.
Chicago. They're gonna
the Bears.
Oh, the Bears. Okay,
Yeah,
you guys
we're
are
gonna
definitely
fuck
beating the
them
Bears. You gotta go F them up. So that's my 1 minute, and I'm
All
good.
right.
Irukasu,
Well, we appreciate that. That was
Irukasu,
Appreciate
TD.
it.
Irukasu.
Aruka.
Yeah,
Aruka.
Vassell's
Aruka.
the man.
That was
I love
amazing.
Vassell.
That was a great
Yeah.
call, man. That
Wukasu.
the creativity on the hate. I gotta respect that.
As long as you
Merch
keep that
idea, merch
creativity
idea.
to a minute, it's welcome.
Hey,
Merch
that was
idea.
creative.
Wukasu,
Respect, man.
dude.
Oh, Ron.
All right, what up, man?
It's Oren. I was here the first week.
My man.
What's up, man?
What's up?
It's been a minute.
It's going. I hate to keep on beating on a dead horse, but I'm gonna do it. Come on, TD. I heard it all year long. Tua was the best quarterback, but I finally figured out what Park was talking about. Window lickers. Say it with me. Say it with
Stop
me.
lying to them people, TD.
Say it with me.
Stop,
Snozzberries taste like
Stop lying to
snozzberries.
them people.
You lie to yourself, you lie to anyone.
That's right. And I got one more. Master,
Yeah,
I like what you do.
appreciate
You're not wrong. I like your stuff. It's funny, but you ain't right. And I don't got enough money for all them touring that's coming at you, dude.
it. Hey, man, it's what I do, bro.
So
Oh my
that's it
God.
for me.
Appreciate
You're-
it, man.
We
Is
appreciate
you a
the call,
Bills
my
guy,
friend.
right? Is you a
Yes,
Bills
sir.
guy? My man, go Bills, baby. Big,
That's it.
big win. Super Bowl coming up. Super Bowl coming
Now,
up.
I'm
One
gonna just
more,
let
one
you know,
more,
Dan.
right? You got one more
That's
guy?
right, man. Listen, I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
just let you know, Dan. You need to move that camera a little bit to your right because every time I watch, your woman's keep on changing shirts. I like to see what you're
Come
changing
on,
into,
man.
man.
Oh, bro. Got a peeping
I'm gonna
Tom
turn
up
my
in here.
I
I'm gonna turn
swear,
my
last
camera
week
off
she
from now
changed.
on, bro.
I
I'm gonna turn
swear,
my camera off from
last
now on,
week
man.
she changed into 4 shirts. Come on, man. Help
Yeah,
her brother
Dan, I
out.
saw that too, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to say anything. I just let
You
it
got a
go. I didn't
peeping
know anyone
Tom
else
up in here. I didn't even notice.
And so why
I'm
do you think?
creepy as hell.
And so why do you think we
Okay.
get so many views, bro? And so why do you think we get so many views, dog?
Jesus.
Damn, man, I didn't notice that.
That's
Me
a
neither,
Bills.
I-
That's a Bills fan for you.
And so like, we're about to get so many playbacks like on this episode and like the next episode. Like it's gonna be wild.
All right, we got Mo to finish off the show.
What's up,
Yo,
Mo?
what's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
What's up?
What
What's
up?
happening?
That's a typical Bills fan to be a peeping Tom, man. He's staring at somebody's background, look at somebody's woman, man. That's crazy, man.
That's
That's
that OJ
crazy.
Simpson shit, bro. That's that OJ Simpson shit.
That's crazy, man. But that's why I can't stand you Bills fans, man. Oh, yeah, I can't stand y'all. But y'all schemed it out. Y'all lucked it out. But good job. Y'all gotta know that the Dolphins on y'all ass now. Yeah, Dolphins on y'all ass now, boy. So I want the Patriots to go ahead and get their ass kicked. I want the Jets to get their ass kicked. But I want us to be the ones to knock the Jets and the Patriots out of the playoffs. And we ain't got to worry about y'all no more. Then we worry about the Bills and the playoffs. So that's all I got to say. Merry Christmas to you all. Blessings to all your families. Fins up.
Merry Christmas, man. See you
You
weekend.
too,
Oh,
bro.
Hands
I
up, bro.
appreciate
Thank
you,
you,
man.
brother.
Merry
I
Christmas.
forgot,
Merry
Appreciate
Christmas,
it.
brother.
Hey, Mike Jones, man. I just felt sorry for that man getting his face pushed down into the earth like that, man. That
didn't.
was so
That's
embarrassing.
the only thing
Man.
that made me smile was seeing that bum's face in the damn
Oh
turf.
my gosh.
And for Chandler Jones to do it, a guy who won us a Super Bowl to do it,
Yeah,
it made it even greater, bro.
Oh man.
Fins up.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
So that's everybody, Richie.
That's everybody. I see everybody in the chat begging for Parks and Jimmy.
So
Paxton,
I
and they're not
personally
here.
know Parks.
Wait,
I
we have a
personally know
last
Parks.
minute.
Oh,
Last
okay.
minute.
There he is.
Parks, they've been looking for you in the chat.
Oh, I know they have. They knew I was coming. They knew I was coming. Look here, man.
You just got in.
It ain't no excuse for me, bro. We literally threw away our fucking season, man. I've been telling everybody that lose to the Raiders, your season is over. And I don't think it's no different from us, bro. That game right there was the sum up this season, man. That play, the sum up this season. The bullshit that I seen at the end of that game, bro, that was just when it was not necessary to do. It wasn't necessary to do that, man. We could have took this thing in overtime, man, because we had all the momentum. And I just, people gonna blame the refs for old boy foot not being down for the touchdown. But at the end of the day, man, we still supposed to win that game. That was Mac Jones' worst game of his career. And I'm getting tired of seeing 72 screens a game. I'm getting tired of this play calling. I'm getting tired of all this, man. Jets fans, I told you a long time ago, your season is over. Because what I was told last week in the comment section from some of these Jets fans, that you had a running game. That disappeared. You don't have that. And you don't have a quarterback that can win you a game now. Everybody looked at the Bears game with Mike White, but missing the fact that they was missing half of their secondary. Kyler Gordon and Jaquan Brisker, and then Eddie Jackson went out. I just don't think that you have the quarterback right now to win games like that at this time. Dolphins, TD, do I need to say more to you, bro?
Go on to the Bills.
Do I need to say more? I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm a realist, bro. I picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl this year. Now, granted, I don't want them to win because if they don't win it now, they'll never win it. You'll never win it. You will never, ever win it, bro. Because I think Josh Allen contract kicks in next year, don't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
that money kick
That's
in.
what I'm saying. If you don't win it this year, you will never win it. And I hope you don't win it. I'm praying on all y'all
That's a lot of
downfalls.
pressure.
I'm praying on all your downfalls. I'm sorry. It's still a Patriots world. But it's trying to be real about this, man, about the Patriots, man. This season.
Worse than the Cam
Man,
Newton
you gonna
year.
lose.
Worse than the
You gonna
Cam
lose.
Newton season.
Bruh. And if I'm gonna tell you like this, Masterwork, if I can deal with 1 year of Cam Newton and getting him up out of here, it's time to get another offensive coordinator up in here, man. Because this ain't gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
This is not gonna get it. And I want Bill O'Brien personally. That's who I personally want. I want Bill O'Brien. After him, I don't know who will.
Same here. And you know, Cam Newton had a better season than Mac Jones. You want to know why? Because at least he could run. At least he could run. Mac Jones tried to get that first down. Remember that third down that we could have iced the game. And Mac Jones has to be the slowest quarterback I've ever seen in my life, bro.
He is, man. He's not that explosive runner like that. If it's 4th and 2 or something like that, he can get it. But if it's 5 yards, over 5 yards, it's not.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he needed 6 yards and couldn't even get a yard.
And I'm gonna say this, man. If Matt Patricia, because what I've been hearing reports that Matt Patricia, they thinking about bringing him back. If he's gonna be our offensive coordinator, I'm not gonna be emotionally invested in the offense. Every time the offense come on TV, I'm gonna turn the TV and go right. When the defense come back, that's when I'm gonna turn it back to the game. I can't deal with this offense with him and Joe Judge running it, man. I can't deal with this. They ran my blood pressure up. I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
TD. I'm gonna tell you like this, TD, and I'm gonna go. If feet had hands, and if a player's back had hands, who would be the MVP right now? But he's so accurate, ain't it? But he's so accurate, ain't it, TD?
Hey, I'm not knocking what you're saying. It's our fan base. They think he's the most accurate quarterback, but his ball placement is the worst I've seen, bro. This man's ball placement is horrific.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't believe the Dolphins gonna do nothing. TD, you're not doing nothing because it's the same thing with you. Same at the Jets. You don't have a running game, and Tua is not able to step up in them big moments. That game against Buffalo, the defense didn't matter. That was an offensive game, and he played average at best in that game. And you can't blame it on the snow because when he was on the offense. When the offense was on the field for y'all, the snow didn't even come yet.
The snow, yeah.
The snow didn't even come yet. So, TD, your season over. Jets, your season over. Patriots, our season over. Bills, I hope you don't do anything. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace and love, y'all, man.
All right, Mark.
I love you, bro. Merry
Appreciate
Christmas,
you
man.
coming in at the last second, man.
Stop lying.
Happy holidays to you, bro.
Stop lying to them people, man.
Wow. Everyone was
Listen, we have so
calling
many
for him.
good merch ideas.
Stop lying.
From this segment. Stop lying to these people and like a picture of TD's face. That would be a hot seller. That would be a hot seller.
I already forgot it. Dolphins suck in Japanese. I already forgot how to say it. Got to make that.
Me too. I forgot. I gotta look it up. I'll look it up on the translator.
All right.
Google
Well,
Translate.
everybody, we appreciate all the support here on the channel. If you guys can do us a gigantic favor, hit that thumbs up button. We have 582 likes. If you guys can run it up to 700 likes before the stream wraps up, that would mean a lot to the show. We're going to wrap things up. Hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas. Happy Hanukkah to anybody. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's. Well, we'll have the New Year's talk next week. But again, man, we love all the support here on the channel. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. We have so much fun every single Wednesday night. And yeah, I'll go around the table, say your final goodbyes. Dan?
It's Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everybody. Listen, I cannot say how much appreciation we have for each and every single one of you that tune.
We lost Dan.
He froze. I think he froze.
Damn, Dan. We lost you at the final stretch. Look at his face.
That Josh Allen, that Josh Allen reception.
I have no idea. I think my internet went out like just momentarily. However, once again, love y'all support. It's amazing. Merry Christmas. Make sure that you go on ahead and you subscribe to all three of these guys because they do an incredible job making sure that they cover their team on their own individual channels. All of their channels are in the description. Make sure you subscribe to each and every single one of them. They do a great ass job.
Thank
see
you,
next
Dan.
week. No problem, man.
Tyson?
Yeah, I want to say thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? To bring you guys the content. I know I troll a lot of Dolphins fans on here, but I appreciate you guys for participating in the trolling, and I will continue to troll Dolphins fans until you win a playoff game. That's as simple as that. You want me to stop trolling? Win. That's all it takes is to win. You know, and as far as the Bills go, like I said, I lost a bet to Rico where I have to upload we have to make Bills hype videos for the playoffs. So I will honor that bet.
I didn't know about this.
I have to drop a Josh Allen hype and a Bills hype, but I will promise you it will be the greatest. And people know my videos. I can hype anybody up. So it will be the greatest hype video in the history of YouTube. As much as I don't like the Bills, I promise you it will be the greatest hype video ever. And it's going to be on this channel. So I'll finish it up right when the playoffs start. So that's all I got to say.
Well, I hope the Jets somehow pull off a miracle and make the playoffs because I want to see Jets.
Well, no, it was to win the division.
Oh, it's to win
Whoever
the division. I thought
whoever won the division was going to get a
Oh, okay. So we still got a chance. All right. What's up,
bro?
baby?
Not put myself to make no Dolphins hype video, bro. I couldn't do it.
Listen, man, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. If y'all didn't know, we just reached over 6,700 subs on this roundtable. Help us get to 7,000. We're almost there in the first season, y'all. This is crazy. Also going over, if you want to check out my channel, I'm live all the time. I'm about to hit 24K. So if you want to help me get over that threshold, go over and subscribe to TD Fans Talk now. Outside of that, man, the same old. Josh Allen is still trash at the end of the day.
I'm trying to hit 16K sub to my channel too. I'm only like 50 subs away from 16K. So hit me
Everyone go subscribe to Master at Work, TD Fans Talk, Dan Mitchell, and myself. We appreciate all the support, man. Merry Christmas. I'll be live tomorrow if you want to watch me celebrate a Jets W on my channel with my boy Jack. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody supporting. Thank you to everyone for all the love and the hate, of course. It's all well warranted. And we appreciate you guys because without any of you, none of this is possible. Stay tuned for a lot of fun stuff coming your way on the roundtable in the future. We are just getting started. Pretty crazy. This is the first season on this channel, but the third season in totality with these four gentlemen, including myself. So that's going to wrap up the stream, man. Let's go Jets. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Hands up. Josh Allen.